Hey, hey. Hey, hey. How are you? With hey, 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 hey. Y'all can share this live. I appreciate it. Just waiting for Jamal. Oh, what is this line? Oh. How intentional are we with our mates? This is going to be a good one, y'all. If y'all can share this live, that would be great. I'm just sending it out. Oh, like, look all dull. My battery must be dying. New topic today. How intentional are you with your mate? Which is really good because I'm sure everybody has their own definition of intentional. So, hey, 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 yo, John. What up, son? Sean. Just wait for Jamal. Hey, white girl. How intentional are we with our mates? Mates, boyfriends, girlfriends, whichever. Float y'all boat. Yeah, he finally came on. Hey, hey. I look hot. He coming on now. Today, not at all. Not today.
Yo, 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 yo. Hey, sis, I see you. Don't be talking about that, but he ain't put his onesie on. Hey, sis, you done. Khalid the barber, we gotta get up, bro. I gotta get down there, do a unit class. We got the hair museum battle coming and ATL shouting. So we gotta chop it up, Khalid. You know what I mean? We gotta chop it up. Shiz, what up? What's good with the word, my brother? It's going down. You know what I mean? Yeah, we definitely got a word today. Definitely got a word. All right, y'all. So for anybody that's joining that's new, I'm Jamal, and we have been
Sheree.
married for 12, going on 13 years. And we had a rough start with our relationship, got it back on track, And now we just a work in progress. So we use this time so we can kind of learn some things, put some topics out there so we can all learn from each other. People that's in relationships, looking to be in relationships, or just want to hear some good information on Black love, all that other good stuff. All right. So today, our topic is, how intentional are you with your mate? All right. How intentional are you with your mate? Now, before we get started, quickly, I just want to say, make sure that when you got your comments, that we have a question box down there. You'll see it below, right there inside that the bubble is a question mark. If you got a question, put it in the question mark, and that way everybody can chime in on it. All right. Also, if you got something to say and get it off your chest, just request to join so we can chop it up. You know what I mean? Have you on the live, and we just discuss what we're going to discuss. Put it out there. Secondly, if you got a second, take and use that airplane arrow and share this live with some folks that's in your contacts. You know what I mean? That can use a little good information about, you know what I'm saying, relationships and whatnot, or they got something that they can share to the conversation, which is even better. You know what I mean? So we can all learn a little something. All right. So without further ado, it's breaking up. All right, let me. Is that better?
Yeah.
That's a little better?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So without further ado, Keon, what up, youngin'? You know what I mean? Pro star football athletes up in this joint. Miss D. Haney, what's happening? We're gonna get started with our conversation, which is, how intentional are you with your mate? All right, so I want to get right down to it. Why don't you give us a little, what up, Jazz? Why don't you give us a little insight on your perspective on this topic, just so I can get some, you know what I mean? We can know where you coming from with it.
I mean, I think it's better if you start.
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm always starting. So we would like to know, how intentional are you?
Oh, so
with
you
your
asking me
mate,
the
Jamal?
question, like personally? How intentional?
Yeah.
So it's first of all, we got to define what intentional is, because I mean, it's not like clear cut to me. So intentional. All right, yeah, look it up. While you looking it up, I'm gonna give my perspective on what intentional is, and you let me know when you're ready to say what intentional is. Jazz, what does intentional, like, in what context is she talking about when she's saying, "Are you intentional with your mate?" Help me out here, Jazz. You know what I mean? You've been married for over 10 years, correct? I want to say. So, you know what I mean? And, you just might have the understanding of what intentional means. Because sometimes women, really pay attention to things a little bit differently than we do. You know what I mean? So you let me know when you're ready, Cherie.
So the definition of intentional means, when you're intentional, you choose to make decisions and take action on what's important to you.
Say that one more time. You what?
That's the definition. Yes, Jazz is married. She is. What intentional means is, you choose to make decisions and take action on what's important to you. That's what intentional means.
You choose to make intentions.
Being intentional means getting clear up front about what you want to do actively. You're intentionally set on intentions to achieve or specific outcome or result in the future that is important
yeah. All right,
to you.
so I can roll with that. All right, so am I intentional with my mate? I'm gonna say yes. At first I thought maybe not, but I'm gonna say yes, I am intentional with my mate. The first reason why I'm intentional with my mate is because it said I'm making a decision that is I'm making a decision that, like, you commit to, in terms of like making a decision that is in the best interest of, like, the future of whatever you're, you know what I mean, what up, Blair? Whatever you getting into.
You choose to make decisions with an S. You choose to make decisions and take action on what's important to you.
All right, so you choose. I got
That's
you.
what
I'm trying to keep it in my head.
intentional means.
All right, so you choosing to make decisions based on what is important to you. So yes, I am intentional with my wife because the definition says you make decisions based on what's important to you. All right. So starting off, how I was intentional with my mate is after, like, once we was dating, you know what I mean, I felt like, you know what, this relationship is important to me, and you know what I mean, I want to take it to the next level. I wasn't really, you know what I mean, like, I had made up in my mind, like, you know what, this is something I want to do. I want to, you know what I mean, I want to marry, you know what I'm saying, Cherie, and I did that. I took action on, you know what I'm saying, something that I felt was important to me. So the very first thing I did to show how intentional I am with my mate is, you know, and this is, we dated for about a year, and we, you know, we got married within that year, or right around a year's time. So the thing that I did was to get married. That's like the ultimate thing that somebody can do to show, you know what I mean, their intentions for, you know what I'm saying, somebody else. So yes, I'm very intentional when it comes to, you know what I mean, my wife. So you go ahead, Cherie. You give us something that you're intentional about when it comes to us. You saw it. You was looking for a hole in my response.
Jamal is not intentional. Don't let him feed
you was looking
that
for a hole in my response.
You are
you
not
was trying to twist your face up, but you can't twist that.
No, I'm not looking for no hole in your response. You just gave him this whole spill.
No,
Jamal
yes, he is
not intentional, okay? When life and
I'm
our
just saying.
forget all that married stuff he talking about. No. On everyday life, Jamal is not intentional. This is what intentional means in my perspective, okay? Listen,
no.
now he don't want to listen.
Hold on.
You see, you got it. You're not listening. He don't want to listen, y'all.
Real quick,
he want to talk over me.
We're not talking about. Hold on.
Tell me all that.
This is what we not doing. You asked me how was I intentional. I answered it. Now it's time for you. It's time for you to talk about how you're intentional, not to talk about how I'm not intentional. You try to flip it all around.
Oh, okay. I can't talk. Okay.
How are you intentional?
No.
Speak on you.
Okay, say less. I'm intentional. I'm intentional to my husband every single day. I wake up and breathe. I'm intentional to my husband. Period. How?
I'm just saying. The people
what do you mean?
You just saying what you do, but I backed it up with an actual.
When I'm doing certain things, I'm thinking about my husband intentionally. Like, I'm thinking about his schedule. I'm thinking about what he has going on. I'm thinking about what we have going on. I'm thinking about what my kids got. I'm intentional to my children. I'm intentional to our whole life.
So basically, you know what I mean, you're good with the schedule. And you know what I mean? And so that, and therefore.
No, I'm intentional with our life, our everyday life. I'm intentional. I'm always thinking about you. I'm always putting you first with any and everything that I do.
Because it just sounds like you just good with the schedules. Exactly. Thank you, Blair.
He just gave you a little wet spill. He intentionally married me. What do you mean?
My soul. You know what I mean? I expressed my intentions for my wife and how much I loved her, and the fact that my action was I committed to her for life. And she's talking about general stuff.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
You talking about schedules and all that. So give me an example.
General life speaking, you are not intentional. He wake up and think about himself. When you wake up, you think about yourself. He don't be thinking about the fact of, you know what? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and just go to the gym and work out. Forget everybody else. Forget we got to get these kids to school. Forget I gotta be to work on time. He ain't thinking about none of that. When he in the gym, he ain't worrying about me. He not intentional. He said one thing. Jamal is not intentional.
Again,
Jamal worries about
you didn't give us an actual fact.
He said laugh out loud. Stop going with the schedule. Stop.
Hold on. You cut me off.
What do you mean?
You didn't give us an actual fact. You gave us some generalized stuff that you do. That's A. And then B, you right back to saying what you know what I'm saying, what I'm not intentional about. It's not that. It's not the bash Jamal's intentions, you know what I'm saying, situation. So you say, okay, well speak on you. Speak on what you do.
Intentional. I'm always intentionally worrying about Jamal. I don't listen. What you want to hear? how I'm always just intentionally think about you when I'm doing stuff for me. I'm so intentional with you that I put
That's how you're
myself
supposed to
last.
be.
That's how intentional I am. I don't even gotta say.
That's how you're supposed to be.
Always.
That's how you're supposed to be. You supposed to put you look. You listen. When it comes to intentions,
I put
as you
you first
should,
with everything
as you
before
should.
myself,
Listen,
and that's
no,
not good.
listen.
No, I shouldn't, because you
First of
don't.
all, this the thing. That's what you're supposed to do. When you a partner with somebody, the twist is we supposed to have each other back. So it's gonna be things that you're not gonna be paying attention to that I'm gonna hold down without you even having to worry about. That's the whole point of it. That's why I looked at you and I said this is somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I'm interested in moving forward with because of the fact that I know that she can dot my I's and cross my T's. You know what I mean? So if I'm writing fast and I don't have if it's not heavily legible, I know you can come behind it and you can make it, you know what I'm saying, look how it's supposed to look. That's a team. So that's what you're supposed to do. You're not, you know what I mean? As y'all would say to us men, you know what I mean? You're not getting no reward for what you're supposed to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to make those sacrifices for your family, for your team, for your man. And that's what you're doing. So I'll give you kudos. You hold it down. Don't get me wrong. You absolutely are. You know what I mean? You absolutely are. And no, it is. But see, again, this is what we're gonna get into.
No, it's not. You said marriage just to stay committed. Oh, so because you just committed, that's supposed to be enough? No, that's not.
See, but I'm gonna tell you why.
No.
So we get into this conversation a lot on our lives. One of the things that we get into, Jazz, hey, chill, Jazz. Listen, yes, Jazz.
Exactly. Say what? Things, exactly. He be trying to give that red fish, blue fish, green fish.
Listen, you gotta realize.
Intentional with everyday life. He is not.
First of all, everyday life.
Not. I am.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you like this. You have to realize we had this conversation on many occasions. You know what I'm saying? Women have to learn. You know what I'm saying, to appreciate. You gotta appreciate certain things. It does take a man or anybody. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a man, woman, whatever. It takes somebody a lot to want to commit to you for life. That's a big deal. So you starting out on top. The one thing that, you know what I'm saying, with females is like, it's always something else. It's always something else. So when you expecting more, sometimes you're gonna get less. Sometimes appreciate more and expect less. And it's gonna feel like you just in a mode of abundance. Even like with me. Like I expect less with certain things, but I appreciate more. I'm always feeling like I'm up on the cards. It's all about how you look at things. You are up on the cards. So you can't say, oh, it's not reciprocating. It is. I ain't got to brag about anything I'm intentional about. Now, we talking about it now, so I can go into other details. But all I did was give one example. You know what I mean? But I gave the ultimate example. And that hurt your soul because now
it didn't hurt my soul. It ain't hurt my soul because you wasn't fully committed, honey. Like we said early on, it was a rough road where we at. So it wasn't full committed.
Hold on.
Okay, so that don't mean nothing.
For a rough road. It wasn't just rough for you, it was rough for me too.
No.
Like it's nobody here, whether they in a committed relationship or not, that ain't go through a rough road with their partner. Like that's just a part of the game. And if you can't handle the rough part of a relationship, you're not ready to play ball.
For better or worse. Listen here,
you know what I mean? For better or for worse. Thank you, Shiz. It's for better or for worse. So if you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, you know, females that get or whoever, I'm not even gonna take it down to a gender. If you're not ready to go through, you know what I'm saying? Nephew, what up? If you're not ready to go through the trials, if you're not ready to go through the fire with your partner, then you're not ready for a long-term relationship. You're not, because it's going to come with it in all different types of ways. It comes at you different ways. You can't make it up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come financially, you know what I'm saying? Sexually, you know what I'm saying? This way, that way. So that's just all a part of the journey, but we here. You know what I mean? I sit back, and the funny part about it is I have people that have come to me and be like, yo, like I was talking to somebody, I ain't gonna say who, but I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was like, yo, like I need, you know what I'm saying? I need a girl, like I'm tired of ripping and running in the streets. I need some stability. I really, you know what I'm saying? I really want a girl. I want to, you know what I'm saying, be with somebody. But he was like, it's just, he like, damn, I can't win for losing. Like right now, you know what I mean? Basically, when I was ripping around, you know, everybody was checking for me. Now I really want to settle down, and you know what I'm saying? I can't win for losing. He like, damn, you know what I mean? I want what you got with, you know what I mean, what you and Cherie got. I was like, wow, because you know we in it. So a lot of people just see what's on the outside from the outside, and they looking in, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe it comes off like it's perfect, or you know what I mean? We looked at other relationships like that. You know what I mean? Stability, nephew. Stability is key. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? I just be shocked sometimes that people look at our relationship and be like, you know, dag, like y'all really doing it. And I'm like, you know, y'all don't really know the half. It's really a lot that we went through to get to a point of understanding. And we still learning, we still growing, you know what I mean? We still a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? But that shows our intentions, because regardless to what will take us off track or try to distract us, somehow, some way, like we pull it together for what we feel like is most important, which is each other. So yeah, we've been through a lot and we gonna go through shit, but apparently we got something that makes us, like, you know what I mean, want to keep on going strong. And that's, you know what I'm saying, and that's intention. So you sitting up here talking about some, oh yeah, it's not reciprocated, this, that, and the third, da da da. Well, we got people, we got
Hey, Niche.
Niche, what up? Big Bentley, I listen, Big Bentley, Big Bentley, Big Bentley, Big Bentley. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to, I'm trying to, you know what I mean, explain that being in a relationship, you know what I mean, it's a war, you know what I mean? It's a battle. And if you're not ready for the trials and tribulations, then you're not ready to be in a committed situation. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Yes,
we are.
we are
You
taking
gotta put the
questions.
question in the question
But I
box.
was explaining
You gotta
that
put
as
in the
rough
little
as we
question
have
box.
it and we've had it, you know, we still have people that look at us and they like, dang, you know, I really, you know what I'm saying? I really admire your relationship, or we look up to your relationship. And I'm like, damn, like they don't even really know the half. But it is something commendable when you really think about it, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We went through a lot, but we kept a lot in our household. You know what I'm saying? We battled through a lot of shit, but we still was like, yo, we fight. We kept rumbling and rumbling to make sure we maintain this thing and held it together. And that's what's admirable about it. It ain't necessarily just, oh, y'all perfect. It's the fact that probably niggas like, yo, I done been in a committed relationship. I know that shit hard as hell. I don't see how y'all do it. I got respect for the fact that y'all just keep on trying to figure it out on how to maintain it. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, you know what I mean? You can't, you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it with the glass half full. And that's one of the things I be telling you. It's about your perception.
Listen,
It's
listen,
about your
Jamal.
perception.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
You need
No,
glasses.
because see, what you have to understand too is that you need to be more intentional.
Like in
You
what way?
are
Be
not as
specific.
intentional as you think. You might have in your mind that you are intentional, but on everyday life, like I said, when it comes to everyday life, I'm always thinking about you. I'm always concerned and worried about you. I'll be concerned about what you got going on more than what you got going on.
No.
Like you don't even be caring. Like you like I'm, you know, I gotta be concerned about what you got going on, what I got going on, what the business got going on, what our kids got going on. Like you don't be caring about none of that. Like you have to be more intentional to say, like, okay, not saying that you have to be like when you decide that you want to do something, like, okay, we all grown, everybody make their own decisions, everything. But at the end of the day, when I'm thinking about, if somebody asks me like, oh, Cherie, you want to go so here, you not, I'm the backbone. He said. Anyway, he said you the backbone. Ain't tell him again, son. But when somebody say, Cherie, oh, you want to go to so and so, with me, you know, whatever, out to dinner, whatever, the first thing that comes to my mind is you. That's intentional. Like, you think about you. No, you think about your spouse, because you can't be all like, yeah, well, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then you come to the table like, oh yeah, I'm going to so and so, and then your partner looking at you like, well, we got this and that going on. Like, you know, you have to communicate. Y'all have to communicate with each other on certain situations and things in life, because that lets the person know, like, you intentionally thought about me. You ain't just make a decision and just, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but sometimes, most of the time, you should think about yourself, right, and be intentional.
That's what I'm talking about.
What if he being intentional, but
yeah, you just read it all out. Hold up.
Listen,
don't.
I'm outside.
Hey, Big Billy, you outside?
No. Let me tell y'all, listen. No.
Hey, listen.
Listen, Jamal. Jamal, don't lie. Don't.
Hold up.
Let me tell y'all something.
Hold on. No. I want you
Jamal,
to read.
no more
hold on, real quick.
He got
I
it
want
bad.
you to fit. Hey, Shiz, she tried to cut off your statement. The statement said, you can't say he. The statement said, let's be transparent and read everybody's Jones. The statement says you can't say he's not intentional just because you're not satisfied. I need some diamonds, God damn it. I'm just saying.
Excuse me, hold up. First of all, it has nothing to do with being satisfied, because guess what? That's how problems and situations get caused in your situation, because a selfish person only thinks about themselves when they're making decisions, and they're not thinking about their family as a whole. I'm not saying that he has to come to me and get an answer from me, but at least he took the initiative to say, hey, you know, so-and-so asked me, you know, to do whatever. Do we got anything going on, or you were trying to do something that with us or whatever? Because if not, then I'm going to go do my thing. I can respect that. See, that's the problem with men. Men feel as though that they have to just say yes instantly without feeling like they have to go to their mate and say, hey, boo, you know, X, Y, Z,
right,
X, Y, Z. That is a problem.
Listen, when you intentionally... Listen, first of all, all right, listen.
I'm not getting
but this is what I'm saying. How you going to just... All right, we got a question. How you going to just say that's the men's problem is that they always want to accept, like, you going into some old sister soldier shit. Listen what I'm saying. Let me explain something.
No, I'm not. He just said,
right, cool.
He said because I'm not satisfied.
But I'm going to tell you why.
Who he's talking about?
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. You got to chill. The fact is this. We do communicate. And this is the thing. Harlem, go ahead with that now. Damn. You all happy. Harlem birthday tomorrow, y'all. Y'all say happy birthday to Harlem. She done got her hair did. My phone breaking up.
He gonna say boo.
So listen.
It's gotta go.
But this is what I'm saying. Hold on.
It do gotta go both ways. But I do. He don't.
I'm cool. Like, you don't. We gonna have situations where we not gonna check in with certain things. Like, I don't expect you to tell me every little thing, especially if it's something that, you know what I mean, is not really going to impact what we got going on. If you go with if you go with the kid and y'all go out to brunch or whatever like that, and I'm at the shop or something like that, the kids at school, you ain't got to check in with me and be like, oh, I'm going to brunch. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's certain things. What I'm saying is, it's gonna be certain times where, you know what I mean, you're gonna make a decision. And I trust and know that you're going to make a decision that's going to be in the best interest of what we got going on. And sometimes you might make a decision and it might not be, but it could be a mistake or anything like that. And I roll with the punches. You too uptight. That's the problem. You got to chill. You got to relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, we balance it out. At the end of the day, we know our true intentions is to make sure that everything is flowing good. Sometimes it don't always work out, but we roll with the punches. That's my style. We got two different styles, yo. She think like I just don't care about nothing. I care about everything, but how I let it affect me is completely different. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't allow, I try my best to not allow things that I can't control to impact. Oh, it's Friday. Yeah, my fault. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah. Everybody say happy birthday to you too, Harlem. She got her hair done. She got the little hearts on the side with the braid coming down. You can't tell her nothing. Got the hair all down the back. She rolling. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? that's what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealt so many different cards in life. I had to develop a way to not allow things to impact me because I've been through like devastating situations. And for me to be able to cope with life and keep on moving, to keep on inspiring myself, to keep on, you know what I'm saying, making sure the people that depend on me is cool. I had to develop, you know what I'm saying, a firewall. I had to develop, you know what I mean, a space where shit can't get directly to me. And so sometimes I'm not going to allow something to have me all rattled, you know what I mean, and all over the place. Like I had to develop how to not give a fuck. And that is a very, it takes time, and I'm still working on it, but you can't always give a fuck about certain things, you know what I mean, that you cannot control. So I think sometimes she take that as I just don't care about, you know what I mean, anything or whatever. I'm nonchalant, but that's just, you know, in certain ways, my way of maintaining my, you know what I'm saying, my spirit, you know what I'm saying, keeping my jaw, you know what I'm saying, like in a balance, in a place of balance. But in terms of intentions, oh, your boy got all the best intentions for the family. You already know. You know what I'm saying? But somebody just need to understand that we got different styles. And that's my whole thing. You cannot judge me based on your style. Your style of intentions might be, you know what I'm saying? It might be, you know, doing the scheduling. See, you got to realize too, here go the other thing. What I need everybody to realize. When you have a mate, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like some people be like, you know what I mean? I don't want a mate. I never wanted a mate that was just like me. Because if it's two of me, then that means something that I can't do still ain't getting done. I need somebody that can, you know what I mean, fill in the blanks in areas that I'm deficient in. And I can help them in areas that they're deficient in. So we are opposite ends of the spectrum. That's why it's yin and yang. So yin and yang, you know what I'm saying, is one is up and one is down, but they fit perfect in the circle because one has gifts in one area and one has gifts in another. So we're I ain't gonna say completely different, but we have a lot of differences, but that allows us to work together and be more efficient. You know what I'm saying? So just because I don't, you know what I mean, operate how you operate, it don't mean I don't care. It don't mean I love you less. It don't mean I'm not being intentional. Like just understand you know what I mean?
It just means more argument. Because what you talking about is not what I said. I'm not talking about every single time because there is, just like you brought up with me doing something with my sister, it doesn't have to be every single time. That's not what I'm talking about. I never said that. I stated early on that it's not going to be all the time, but majority of the time that it should be like when you should be thinking about just me in general, it's not. So I'm not talking about like when I'm outside at certain times, I got to be like, oh, let me tell Jamal I'm here, I'm there. That's not what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
everybody
And you
expresses
know
love
it.
differently.
But you just gave your whole little spill. It's cool. It's cute. But that's not what I was saying, because it's not going to be every time that you have to intentionally be like telling me every little thing that you do, because I don't tell every little thing. But that's not what I mean. Intentional for me is, again, when you take into consideration of when you got certain things going on, or when somebody asks you about something and you like at that moment it's like, all right, let me figure out what's going on my side, and then I'll let you know. And I don't feel like you do that often. It's like you just make your decision and then say, oh, F it, and just, you know, whatever happens happens. And it's like, then it caused conflict because you could have just, you know, waited to make a decision on something before you
So
did,
this
and you know, just
I got
come
you. So
back.
let's look. Let's spin this.
Okay,
Let's
cut
spin
me
this for
off.
a second. Why don't you tell me things that I am intentional about with you, and then I'll say things that you're intentional about with me. So let's spin it all around, because it's all about, you know what I mean, perspective and all, and perspective and perception, and also let's take it for a different route. You know what I mean? Let's take a left turn, and you tell me about what I am intentional about, the things that you love about me that you see the intentions in. You know what I mean? All of those good things. Let's go that route. Let's give it a shot. I don't know.
You hilarious, bro.
So what are some things that you um that you know what I'm saying, admire about me in terms of my intentions for you? Ain't no Bob Maul. Tootie, chill out. Y'all so damn toxic.
Exactly.
I'm trying to bring some.
I'm glad somebody said it, honey.
That's it. This is what I'm talking. This that toxic femininity, fellas. I want y'all to look at all these comments. Listen, all of the toxic ones. All of the toxic comments from these females. I'm telling you, it's that toxic femininity. I'm just saying. You seen that? You mean? Anyway, we gonna disregard that.
Yeah,
we gonna disregard that.
He can't help it.
We're gonna disregard that toxic comment, y'all. That was mad toxic, as they say in NY. Okay. And tell us a little bit more about how intentional your husband is and some of the, you know what I mean, the beauties in his intentions. You know what I mean? That go ahead.
Jamal,
what? Ain't nobody
having me on here lying.
Stop. Chill. No. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Speak to the people now. Go ahead.
Jamal.
Tell them.
Don't be having me on here lying to these people. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. My husband is the only child, okay? He only worries about so I love him to death, and he loves me too, but he got it bad, and he don't want to admit it, but it's cool. Listen, this is one of them bump in the road. This is a balance. I deal with it. I roll with it, but listen.
Right.
What?
Yes.
You got your flowers.
So give me my flowers. And you know, I prefer roses. You know what I mean? Red, long stem. You know what I mean? Give me my flowers.
Listen.
Give me my flowers.
But listen. Are you gonna let me talk? Is you gonna let me talk? Listen. I love Jamal with all his flaws, but he's not an intentional person. He can't help it though. He got that only child syndrome. He only be worrying about himself. He try, but he can't help it at times. I love him to death.
So
I promise you, y'all. I swear. He going. Maybe in his 50s he'll get it.
All right, let me just paint a picture. Let me just paint a picture.
Like
all right, and all my fellas, I want y'all to take notes because women are very. What have you done for me lately? They will forget all about anything you done did. All right, so listen.
Only child. Yes, he is.
So here's the thing. All right, so here's the thing.
He's the only child.
This I'm gonna tell you how intentional. And ladies, y'all be honest. Hold on. Ladies, y'all be honest. Don't pick sides because y'all love to pick sides. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
And it just never told you. I'm reading the question. What if he
compromises and just never told you?
I'm reading with the
comment. I mean, so listen, I don't understand what that means. But this is what I'm saying. For my wife's hold up. Listen,
he's definitely
for my wife's for our anniversary, right? For our anniversary. Just imagine this, ladies. All right, just imagine this. And don't say a word. Just imagine, you know what I'm saying? For an anniversary or birthday trip, your husband, significant other, partner, whatever, boyfriend, whatever, you know what I'm saying, dating somebody, take you to Atlanta, you know what I mean, for the weekend. Just if you don't get this toxic shit, how do you ban somebody, y'all? How do you ban somebody? Because we about to get you out of here. You're done. You're done. Fellas.
Don't be being like that to my good girlfriend.
So anyway, what if your mate took you to Atlanta? Nice little weekend, whatever the case may be, right? You got you a nice fur coat. This when we talking intentions, right? Got you a beautiful fur coat, but had to go to New York to get the fur coat. Went to New York, went on a hunt in some of the best fur shops in New York, which is one of the places that has some of the best furs, you know what I mean? Because they're big on import, you know what I mean? So it probably came from Norwegian, you know what I mean? France, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, went to Brooklyn, New York to find the perfect fur coat. Not only that, called the sister I called my sister-in-law. I said, sister-in-law, listen, keep this under the radar. I need your help. Which help me out. I'm looking at these different coats. She was look, she was like,
Period.
the Minky. Yes, the Minky. Yes, the Minky Mink. Exactly. We all right. So anyway.
That part.
So
that part.
The chinchilla. Yes, the chinchilla. Yes. You hear me? Anyway.
No, he said the chain.
Come on.
He said, "Oh man,
no.
We're not
gonna try to do that. Gets the fur coat sent down to Atlanta. You know what I mean? Just so crazy. What's up? Just get the fur coat sent down to Atlanta, just so I didn't have the fur coat on me when we got on our flight, because I ain't want her to know anything about some of these things. We talk about intentions, we talk about planning and all of that. You know what I mean? Got my folks in Atlanta, sent the fur coat down there, so she ain't even know nothing about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. What up? Listen.
What up? I told y'all that I was coming back. We was gonna be live from Aruba, and I had to for the period,
bro.
Hey, listen. I'm trying to express myself about how intentional I am with my wife. They trying to, you know what I mean, fade me out. You know what I mean? There's a lot of toxic femininity. I just want to make it clear. There's a lot of toxic femininity in here. You know what I mean?
Fuck your shit, Mom.
You know, thank you. You know, we talking about trips. We talking about fur coats. We talking about diamond rings. You know what I mean? All these, just the little things. We talking about the planning. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the dinners. You know what I mean? We had the whole, whatever restaurant we was in. When I say we had the whole restaurant, they was in tears. I got down and proposed again. This is just an anniversary, John, with a new ring.
Mom, let me cut you off. How intentional are you now?
Come on, no.
How are you now, Mom?
No.
Don't talk about
this. Fellas, take notes.
How are you now, Mom? Let me hear that shit, Mom.
Fellas, take notes. Take notes of the toxic femininity. All of the toxic ones. We got to block them. We taking a stand tonight. You know what I mean, ladies? It ain't no what have you done for me lately. We got to look at the man's track record.
Hold up. Let me tell y'all something. I'm far from looking bad. Let's talk about Jamal's 40th birthday that I did in Miami. I shut it down. I brought 35 people that he didn't even know was coming to Miami.
Chad.
We stayed at the Fountain Blue. I bought him an MXL custom chain plus another chain. We ate at the best restaurant in Miami. If anybody want on a Miami trip, please.
Hey, Mom.
What's up, man?
Huh? How you coming from my friend that's here, Mom?
Listen. Hold on. This what I got. Why is we always in competition? It wasn't even a competition. I'm just expressing my love for my wife. Why we gotta be comparing stuff?
So how you coming?
Listen.
I'm just saying. On your side, brother.
Wife, how you coming this year? We ain't talking about what you did in the past.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. You gonna get the invite.
How you coming? How you coming?
Listen, you gonna get the invite.
And Mark, as a lawyer, you don't have to answer those questions.
I plead the fifth.
As your representation, you don't have to answer those questions. Number one. Number
right
two,
on time.
As your lawyer, anything that she do for you, she did for you. And for her to bring it back up takes away from it.
Thank you.
He brought it up.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You're not a good lawyer. You're not a good lawyer.
What are we
doing
here?
What you did for him. Because guess what? You didn't do it today. You did it back then. How you carrying it now? How you carrying it now?
That wasn't back then. That was less than a year ago. That wasn't that.
was a
That
little
was
over a
less
intelligent
than a year
people.
ago. Less.
All are intelligent people. And if it ain't
Yes.
right now or if it ain't in the future, it's in the past.
Mm.
So a little over a year ago proves my point, Your Honor. So objection to the relevance of what you did a year and a half ago.
Yeah. I'm getting off this one, player. That's what I'm talking about. My lawyer beats the case every time, player. You know what I mean?
And unfortunately, you have representation of a person who seems a little bit inebriated. So therefore, we don't even allow that in the courtroom. You can't even be on oath. Say, look, now you want to get her off now. Oh, you want to get her off.
Listen.
Anyway.
Hey, look.
They cut off. They
Chad, there's a lot of toxic femininity on here. I just want to put it out there. You know what I mean? This December 2, whoever that person is, you know, she got all the toxicness with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she got a lot of, you know, she got a lot of people working for her today. They're not working in your favor today, and I don't like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
What happened?
I said I don't know what happened because what you did for him was in the past. That's what I'm saying. How you carrying it today?
Listen, I don't have to talk about what I do. I don't. My actions speak very loud. Because he started talking about what he did a year and a half ago.
What's going on?
Whoop.
I didn't ask that. I said, what do you eat tonight?
Tonight.
I understand that, but Your Honor, she's not answering the question. We need to hold you into contempt.
Ain't nothing to
The question is, what is my man eating tonight?
Well,
what he ate last night.
Mom, you tolerate leftovers? What are you doing here, bro?
I thought I was supposed to get a hot meal. You know what I mean?
At 8 Sunday night, your food's supposed to be on the table at 5 o'clock.
Oh, hell no.
Hot dogs.
You're supposed to be able to sit in your king chair and watch Action News with your food.
That's all I'm talking about. I'm supposed to have a hot plate. And you talking about, fellas, look at December 32. She says hot dogs for dinner. For her, it's the toxicness. I'm telling you right now. You mess with that when you eating hot dogs. I mean,
you can't be giving no man no glizzies.
No glizzies. We don't do those. Listen,
no
Chad, this is my whole point. Look, just see if you feel me on this one. I'm merely saying this. All I'm saying is, you know what I mean, in terms of intentions, you at the same time, you have to understand that you have to understand that, like, you know what I mean, the overall, you got to look at the track record, you know what I'm saying, of your mate in terms of intentions. You know what I mean? For us to have a family, I cannot have intentions for my family because that's just how everything moves. It's going to be times where we slip up, this and the third, but for the most part, you know what I mean? The fact that we're here together today is a testament to my intentions because it takes two to be in a relationship. So the fact that we're here 13 years later, that speaks to my intentions because it takes two to be in a relationship. And I'm still standing and we rocking and rolling. That's the intention right there.
Well, I'm actually counsel. And I'm going to represent Sheree also. And
come on, man. With the flip-flop shit, man.
It ain't flip-flop. It's honesty. And what I'm going to say to you is what you're saying is 100% false, in my opinion.
Wow.
And I say that because...
How do we block this nigga?
It's been a while since I've been a nigga. I ain't picked cotton in a couple years.
Oh, man.
But what I'm saying is I just think that intentions is something that has to manifest every day, right? It's you can lose the sense of your intentions based upon what you're going through. And I think that we talked about this maybe like 4 weeks ago where I talked about your top favorite things. I mean, your most important things, whether it's your family, your wife, your kids, your job, and you know, extracurriculars with your friends and things like that. And I think your intentions sometimes waver. You can get away from what your intentions were today. That don't mean you don't love a person, but sometimes your intentions show. Whatever you're doing is your intentions. That's the proof of what you care about. If you see a paper towel on the floor and you don't pick it up, you walk over. Your intentions are not to pick it up, especially when you actually acknowledge it or see it. So your intention have to be that's one of the most provable things that you have to keep proving. It kind of don't matter what you did last year because your intentions last year was to take her to take her to Dubai, but you had the finances then now that you broke, your intentions ain't to do those things. That don't mean you don't still love her, but your intentions are transitional depending on what you're going through, and what you do and how you act show what you care about. So intentions and priorities really are so synonymous with each other, and you gotta they really like splitting hairs. Priorities come with a maturity of understanding what's important, and then your intentions is showing somebody what you care about. And I think you gotta have intentions for everybody. People you walk down the street next to, it. You know, people you cut their hair, or people you do their hair. Huh?
Hey, Molly. Oh, go ahead. That was the counsel is on.
I'm interested what the counsel says about this, but I just think that that's one of the things that you can't forget, because it keeps you young. Your love for somebody to make them happy, that makes you intentional. Doing makes you doing is I know it's a verb, but I like to use more impressive words since I wear glasses now. It's a predicate. Now the predicate is an action. You know.
Oh, you out your league. What the hell is a predicate? Come on now.
I ain't out my league. I'm saying words that I'm putting you on. You better Google it, sir. I just put the word.
I definitely will, too. I will be Googling that shit.
Because we can get into the exclamatory, the interrogative sentences if you want to. I'm just saying how you far you want to go back. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
It's reach one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to let you know.
Stephen A. Smith.
I just think that, you know, your intentions may be good sometimes, but your finances or your situation may hinder the things that you want to do. And I just think that sometimes intentions isn't always based upon financial. You know, it's just your mindset and your actions. I think that's what it is. So I don't think that since y'all together for 13 years, that also could be your intentions. It could be, it's a business decision. You might really hate Cherie guts, but the fact is you want your kids to grow up in a two-parent household can behoove your intentions to be based upon love with your wife, but benefiting your children. So you got to be clear on what your intentions are at all times.
Hold on.
Tell him again, Chad.
Listen, you're a funny guy, but if we
as Mary had a little land.
No, if we go back to what you, listen, but if we go back to what you said though, if intentions has to do with priority, and we come into a relationship.
I never said that. Said that.
You said it's synonymous. You said intentions.
No, I said
you said intentions is synonymous with priority.
I said
which makes sense.
So it might be a no, it makes sense to what your point was, but I'm going to change your point
it makes sense to what your point was.
I said sometimes people believe that it's synonymous.
You never said all that.
Hairs.
Come on, now you added. Come on, man.
I said, you don't remember me saying splitting hairs?
No.
But basically, I'm saying that it depends on the person, and priorities it shows the maturity of what people like. You know, your responsibilities.
Okay, we still on the same page. You splitting hairs again, but listen, I agree with that. You said it depends on the person. So this person does understand it from that perspective. And one way to look at it, even if your intentions is to stay in a relationship because you want to raise your children in a two-parent household. You know what I mean? At the same time, if we're talking about intention and priority, the children that you bring into this world are a priority. So if for whatever reason, and this is just a hypothetical, if for whatever reason, two people decide to stay in a relationship because they want to continue to raise their children, you know what I mean, then, you know, there's nothing wrong with that intention. You know what I'm saying? It is, in fact, that's a priority. You know what I'm saying? That their actions are speaking to keep their priority maintained. So
no, that's not a priority.
At the end of the day,
that's not a priority.
Your children are a priority.
No, your children are a priority, but we also know that co-parenting is also a strategy that has worked. So it's not a priority.
In the household.
It's not a priority. It's not a priority for you to be with the woman who you had your kids with.
Why not?
Well, I can't tell you what your priorities are. I can't. I digress.
So I'll tell you this. It's a priority. You know what I mean? So it's a priority for me to do better than my parents did for me. You know what I mean? So it's a priority to have my children be raised in a two-parent household. That's a priority. You know what I mean? That's a goal. That's something that, you know what I mean, that is important on my list, is to have children that are raised in a two-parent household.
Hey, Siri, define priority. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on the phone.
It's not, Jim Red said it's not a priority to stay.
No, it's not. It's not a priority to stay with anybody. But if you have a priority that's bigger than staying with them, you're going to do what you got to do to fulfill that priority. So it's not a priority for me to. It's not a priority for me to work out, but it's a priority for me to work out if I want the desired look that I want, or if I want to have a healthy life. So it ain't a priority for me to do anything, but it depends on what my major goal is. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, but I disagree with it's not a. What did she say, Sheree?
She said it's not a priority to stay with someone, but she said it should be a priority to raise your children in a healthy environment.
That is true. I mean, we all can agree to that, but it's only true because we all agree to that. The fact is that that's a subjective. I think our priorities are.
We're not talking about working out.
Because he wants.
No, yes, we are. I'm trying to give you something that you can understand. You know what I mean? I'm putting it out there in both ways.
I think priorities are subjective and it's conducive to how you live your life. True. I don't think, like what she said about it should be a priority to give your kids a healthy, a healthy opportunity to grow up together, or a healthy, building block to a foundation. I think we all can agree to that because that's something that we all agree to. But I feel like priorities, like some people feel like spending money to buy new Jordans every month is a priority. I disagree with that. So subjectively, it's really based upon what you feel is important to you. Priorities and intentions are close when he talks about it shows what you care about and what's important to you.
Yeah,
that's
so are we so all right, so this is what we say. When we're talking about intentions, you know what I mean, Sheree, so if we're talking about intentions, are we saying like intentions for, because I guess we can have different intentions within our household, because we can have intentions for our mate, and then we can have intentions for our children, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. So I mean, I don't think you would she is hilarious. I don't think you would I don't think you would be in a relationship with somebody that has, I mean, for this time frame, if I'm not intentional towards not just our children.
Rephrase.
How we rephrasing?
You have to ask her. You can't say I don't think, because she's right here.
Okay.
Would you be in a relationship with somebody for all of this time if blah blah blah?
Okay, all right, I can respect that. Would you be in a relationship with somebody for 13 years? You know what I mean? She's stupid. He said, "What is the ignorant?"
I'm here.
So my whole thing is, would you be in a relationship for all this time with somebody that's not intentional with you?
Oh,
I
am. Jerry.
I am in a relationship with you that you are not that intentional. Yes, I am. I feel like, again, it's going to take time, and I'm willing to walk that path with you, but you're not. You're not intentional at all.
Yes.
What makes him not intentional? Like I said, I feel like Jamal lives the life of it's just him, not necessarily single, not necessarily like he don't have no kids. He lives the life as it's just him. He's not thinking about nobody but him. When he makes decisions, when he does things in life, he just only thinks about himself.
Representation. Let me ask you a question. Because one of the things that I do at anything that I do,
go ahead, sir.
Anything that affects me, I look and see what part I played in those situations. So there is a blurred line amongst y'all. I'm gonna explain this, but I'm gonna ask you this question first. What part in this do you think that you played for him not being intentional?
What part do I play? Because I'm not speaking on it. Not speaking on it. Not speaking about it.
News is good news. So if I used to be an exterminator, and I used to put mouse traps down. And if a person never complained again, you ain't got mice no more. So the fact that he's not intentional is admitting that you aren't applying the pressure to show him that is that important to you. I'm sure that there are some things that he don't want to do that you are very vigorous with that makes him, whether it's, Jamal, stop leaving your underwear in the bathroom, or Maury, you got to do this in the morning. And it's things that he probably don't want to do, but he know you don't play about it, right? And he steps his game up. Now, the second part to that is, I can honestly say, or have an opinion about, I could be wrong. Jamal is a brand, and his brand is a business. So a lot of the things that he do could be write-offs for his business that may seem that it's selfish. So if he go buy himself 15 MXL shirts, MXL watch, hoodies, and all of these things, and go get a haircut, he is a walking brand. He is a barber. He can't walk around with a peasy head, so he has a reputation. Excuse my friends. A reputation. Excuse me. To uphold that may seem that he is selfish, but in all actuality, he's got a brand that he has to uphold. Is he out here going to Miami by himself? When he went to DC and he was on that train, that was business. It might seem like he having fun, but that's the luxury of doing something that you love. You know how many times I had to go through beef with my wife because I had a t-shirt company and I'm down here printing shirts and listening to music, but it's a company that I own. And she like, where you at? This baby shitting up his back and you up here printing shirts. But no, I'm working. But if I was doing that same thing at McDonald's, she wouldn't have a problem with. So can we speak on the fact that, do you respect what he does?
Chad.
Do you understand the severity of what he has to do?
Chad.
Chad. I'm sorry, I got a little. I got a little too wrapped up.
You did. Okay. You did. Let me bring you back in, baby. Let me bring you back in a little bit. I would understand the preach if I wasn't in the same industry. Okay. I know what it's like to grind. I know what it's like to hustle. I know what he got going on, but that does not mean that he does not have to keep me in mind when he's doing it. Like I do say, don't, be mindful of this and be mindful of that. That should be like this. Doop. It go one ear and out the other. He that same one that's gonna look at that paper towel, walk right past it, and act like he ain't see it. Like intentionally. So with that being said, all of that will sound good if I didn't understand. I understand that Jamal's a brand. We are a brand.
So let me speak. Let me speak on this.
I'm very intentional when it comes to being supportive of what he has going on and understanding what he has going on. But I am not a mind reader either. So you have to communicate certain situations and certain things in order for this, whatever you got going on, continues.
Mark, can I say one thing?
With a clear path
through
the light to the tunnel.
Okay, so there is also a thing where we're working so hard to be the same and give each other equal rights. I believe that a woman, if she does the work that the man does, she should be compensated in that way. It shouldn't be a situation where a trash man makes $28 an hour and the trash woman makes $19. I think that if you do the job, you should get paid for that. But there are some things that are very different amongst men and women that we do not talk about. When a man walks over a paper towel, not you women, but women don't understand what we go through as men every day. When we walking over a paper towel, we worrying about being a black man, worrying about bills or putting on for our family or making these things happen, because it's a lot of stuff that goes on. And I'm being serious.
I'm dead serious.
It's a lot of things that go on in our mind. Like, why do we as black men, we lead the world in suicides? Because we be killing ourselves because it be too much. So a lot of times I walk over stuff too. I walk out and women won't understand. My wife doesn't understand because she like, you consciously walked over that skate on the step. That's just cognitive reinforcement of me being able to just do it. But I got so much on my mind. And it's so much that we might not even tell y'all that we go through. So I don't think that ultimately he's on purpose walking over some things, but we all should have an understanding that we all have chores and jobs in our life. Where I'm not saying you're supposed to clean up after them all the time, but we all got roles. And sometimes my wife has to understand that I'm not picking up nothing, not because I don't want to. I got a lot of things going on. I got to make this money work. So I don't think that he purposely does that, but there are some things that as black men that we, in all seriousness, be thinking about in our heads.
Yes. And listen, so I want to,
Keep laughing because she think I'm
Just
playing.
let me work my ass and be
Bob
ass.
Black.
So,
Is this a
all right,
woman
so
saying
look,
Bob Black?
it's a lot of toxic femininity in here, guys. It's a lot of it ain't no
I
but
am the
what about
brains
us
of this
black women?
operation.
You know what I mean? This and the third. Listen, why is it that when a black man
It's like
expresses
if you're
some
not
of
pro,
our
you
pain,
anti.
hold on, you know what? It's like when you say Black Lives Matter and somebody white say all lives matter. If this black man is talking about his pain, you ain't got to say, well, what about the black woman's pain? He just expressing himself. That's A. All right. First of all right. So real quick. All right. Okay.
I'm the
No, I'm
brains of
not.
this
Listen,
Look at
I'm
operation.
that.
I
not
just want
pro
to say
Okay.
this.
that.
That means
Go
I'm
ahead.
anti-women. I'm saying I know we all
Exactly.
go through things, but what
Yep.
I'm saying is this is what we go through. I'm not saying y'all don't go through things too, but we think, listen, y'all are emotional. We are logical.
Mm-hmm.
We think different. We move different. We have different plights, even though we share the same issues. Yes, you cook and you pick up a paper towel. That doesn't mean that just because I have the same opportunities as you, I'm supposed to do exactly what you do. I understand. I'm not going to say I understand all of the plights, but I am understanding of that women go through things that men don't go through, or that women go. Listen, first of all, my wife go on vacation for 3-4 days. I'm like, how the hell do you do this on a day-to-day basis? So I am understanding of what you guys do. I respect a single mom to be able to take care of all their kids. Like,
hold on, black, hold on, black. You ain't got to be all explaining all that, man. They know
no,
what
because
time
I
it
just
is.
want.
We love
No,
our
they
black
don't.
women.
They don't
No,
because women want to be heard too.
Hold on,
Even
real
when
quick,
it's not your
hold on.
time. It's not
Real
your
quick.
time. It's about us right now.
This what I'm gonna say. Because just a minute ago, you know what I'm saying? Just a minute ago, Cherie was talking about, and I never got a chance to speak for myself, but Cherie just said, oh, you know, she saw some ladies. We both chat off. No, we not. That toxic femininity. But this is what I want to say. Cherie said that I had the selfish, I'm selfish, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. And this is what I would say to that. What I would say to that is
Y'all not gonna drag me today.
I want to be very clear about this. People will complain. People will never complain about how much you do for them, but they'll always complain about how much you do for yourself. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm a very giving person, you know what I mean? But the first person that I'm responsible for making happy or doing whatever I need to do is myself. So I urge everybody to have a certain amount of selfishness, and it's not a negative word. You need to be into yourself. You need to be doing what you need for your own life. See, sometimes we get in relationships, marriages, or whatever the case may be, and we start getting all into somebody else and forgetting about some of our personal goals. Yes, I can be about myself and still be about my family. Yes, I can be about myself and still be about my wife. Like, I'm going to make sure that I'm okay. And one of the reasons why I've had to develop that is because I've always been a giver, and I've gotten taken advantage of in the past by just being a giver, just giving to everybody, and I was getting spent all over the place. I was getting pulled thin. You know what I mean? So what I decided to do in my life is I'm going to make sure I'm okay. Whether it's just some time to breathe, some time to work out, some time to have thought, I'm going to do that. Ain't nobody going to shame me out of doing me. You know,
I am.
So
I'm about to shame you right now.
Real quick. The one thing I need everybody to say is to yourself, look in the mirror, and I want you to say, I love me some me. Okay? That's what you need to do. Y'all trying to impress everybody else. You trying to love everybody more than you love. I'm not loving nobody more than I love myself. I'm not doing that. I'm going to love myself, and the more I love myself, I'm going to be able to love her to the max that I can love her. Like, y'all getting it all backwards. I don't have a problem with making sure that Jamal is centered, that I'm balanced, so I can be the best I can be for my family and for my wife. And I'm going to do everything I can and give everything I can to my family, you know what I mean? But my spirit, my soul, that is mine. My love, my heart, my resources, my finances, that's all to my family, but my spirit and my soul, it's for me. And if somebody looks at that as selfish, then that is what it is. But that's your definition of it, not mine. So that's that.
I am back representing Cherie.
Okay, let's get it.
As Cherie's lawyer, what I want to say is what you said. Let's be clear. What you said is nothing wrong with what you said at all.
I know that.
I agree. That's all that matters. But I'm just a second in that, right? Because what you said was subjective, but I agree with you.
It's a fact to me.
But there is a balance that you have to have, because what you do for yourself, you have to match that to your wife. You have to be intentional with your wife as you are intentional with yourself, because you have shown to be intentional for yourself. So you got to match that with your wife.
But we not take, again, this what you're doing the same thing that they did to you, Chad. When you spoke on the pain of black men, everybody said, well, what about black women?
No, I'm not. No.
You said, hey, I'm not taking away from, it doesn't mean I'm against women. I'm just speaking on men. And that's the only thing I'm doing. I didn't say that I'm not intentional with my wife, but I was speaking on
I'm not saying
specifically her saying that I was selfish. And I know she said, and trust me, y'all, my wife, she know, she love me to death, and she just, messing with me at the same time. She for real, but
What I'm saying
the whole thing is I was specifically speaking on the selfishness of it. I wasn't speaking on what I would do or how much I would match, you know what I'm saying, my wife.
I'm not speaking on the selfishness, brother. Brother, listen to me, brother.
I know you're talking about intentions.
I'm
matching intentions. That's what you just said.
Just give me 1 second. I can tell you what I'm talking about real fast.
I heard, but you can tell me again.
What I'm saying is I'm speaking on what your wife said about you not being intentional to her, but you are intentional to yourself. So what I'm saying is, you know how to be intentional because you are intentional to yourself. So you have to find that balance to be intentional to your wife. It's hard to say, I dress myself up, Gucci up, down, dress really nice, but can't dress your wife.
That's not true. That's not true. I completely disagree. Because this is the thing. This is the thing. No. This is the thing. No.
Yes, you can. Please.
Can I say something?
Yes, you can. Yes,
can
you
I
can.
say something?
But the whole thing is this. The whole thing is this. I'm in the reason why. Hold on. The reason why I'm intentional with myself and it seems so smooth is because I understand me. You could be doing the same exact thing that you would do for yourself for somebody else, and they not get the picture. I could be loving myself by making myself by going out and run a mile. And then I might tell somebody else to come out and run a mile with me, and then they don't understand that that's me showing love too. I'm doing the same. I'm giving you the same thing I would give for myself. I might say, hey, I'm gonna make a, you know what I'm saying?
And the lie detector said that was a lie.
I'm just saying, everybody don't accept the same thing that you're giving out. For me, I can accept that as love.
Your wife said you are not intentional. What you're saying is you are intentional, but to the standards of what you are willing to give. You got to be intentional to what she desires from you. You can't say, well, I run and I want her to run, and if she don't run the way I run, then that's on her. She got to love herself. No.
Okay, let's hear her talk. You're right.
Now you don't want to hear what I have to say. Okay,
no.
Please.
I want to hear what she got to say.
I ain't your lawyer no more.
As I said early on, Jamal only worries about Jamal, is what I'm saying. I intentionally think about my husband 24/7. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I am unhappy. I am unhappy because my husband is not intentional with me as I am with him. That is the problem. I love myself. Of course, if I want to go do something for myself, I want to go buy something for myself, yes, I can go do that. But again, it is not, I feel like everything for him is about him 24/7. Y'all just seen that. You see how he acting.
Back against the wall.
But that's just him. He's not intentional when it comes to me. When it comes to things that I feel like he should be intentional with, he's not. And he's taking it personal as if, I'm intentional because I love me. You are basically proving my point. You love you and only you. When it's about you, you're
no.
I'm not saying though you don't love yourself.
Please do not shrug like that again, because that's going you acting like a baby. Wham. So okay, so now
he loves himself, y'all. Can y'all believe it?
Listen,
this nigga loves himself.
He a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus too. But look, this is what I'm saying. Look, we're very.
Motherfuckers want you to love them more than you love yourself.
No, that's not. No,
That's
you're
not cool.
not even
That's
trying to.
that baby shit. We gotta be grown.
No, you're not
Nobody,
even trying to listen.
people, nobody gonna love you more than you love yourself. And if they
Yo,
do, they the
listen.
psycho ones that's gonna mess around and kill you if you make a mistake. Please don't mess with somebody that love you more than they love
I'm a
themselves.
person. I'm a person that
Please.
sees both sides. I'm
That's
also a
toxic.
person that see the toxicity in it, but I'm also a person to see how we can be productive in the future. So the next question that I'm going to ask is going to be very progressive for us to do better and acknowledge what our issues are.
Okay.
Being you guys as guidance counselor, relationship counselor. So Sheree, this question is for you, and you got the floor. It's going to be under. All right, baby, be safe. Be very understanding that we're going to give you the floor, and this is a very important question for us to be better. In what ways could Maul be more intentional? And what would you want from Maul if you had an opportunity to make Maul the perfect intentional man? What was his intentions look like? So we could get a scope of what you desire from him, because what you're asking from him might not be that much. So then when he give it to you, he can say, aha, this wasn't that deep. So let's see what it looks like from your perspective. And Maul, it wasn't your turn to say that, because she has to say it for herself. Thank you.
my like I said, for me, what it looks like for a person that is just as intentional as I am, again, take me into consideration when you are making certain decisions with just everyday life. Like I said, Jamal will get up. Since he talks about the gym so much, I can give y'all a blow-by-blow play every morning. Jamal gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning. He gets in the car. He goes to the gym. Jamal goes to the gym, and knowing that our children has to be to school at a certain time and they don't like getting up, Jamal doesn't take into consideration of what time our children have to be to school. So Jamal likes to run in here at 8 o'clock in the morning. All get up, knowing that he got to take our kids to school. A person that takes that into consideration. Hold up, let me finish. A person that takes things into consideration like that, like being late and being on time, he got that bad. He doesn't take time into consideration. He doesn't respect time, and he knows how I feel about time. So if you know, okay, you be at the gym. He be late at the gym anyway.
I see.
But when he goes to the gym, he's in here. He's not. That's what I'm saying. He's not taking in consideration. Like, all right, let me go in here.
It's a lateness issue.
That's
I'm
serious.
When
That's
I'm doing like my own appointments and stuff. So what do you?
I don't like it.
There is room to grow, but
absolutely room to grow. Not taking nothing away from that, but that's the lateness issue.
Saying, Sheree, but there's one thing that just feels a little ooey and gooey from what you said. What you said was, I want him to be as intentional as me, and that might be a problem. That might be a problem for him to be exactly. I want him to do for me like I do for him. He might show you his love in a different way. So you might be putting too much pressure on him to do what you do. No.
Don't cut him off because he ain't saying what you like to hear.
I don't want him to be exactly.
No, exactly. So if he can't be, then why is that even? Why are you even bringing that up if he can't be? If he can't carry it the way you carry it, why is it?
Chad. If he can't, I don't want him to be 100% like me. The problem is,
that's different than what you said. That's different what you said.
He's not considerate.
I'll be late.
It's not just
words are important. You say he don't carry it like you. So let's get past that. It's not that he don't carry it like you because he can't carry it like you because you are the top carrier. All right. So it's not the carrying part. We have to be understanding at what's the real issue. We got to, it's different than just putting a toothpaste on a pimple and popping it. We got to get to the root of why we getting these pimples. So the issue is not that he don't carry it like you. It's just that he is inconsiderate at the time that actually puts more work onto you. So it becomes inconsiderate. So he has to understand the value.
Who said to put more work on her?
What you don't do still has to be done.
They ain't got nothing to do with her.
No. What you don't do still has to be done. So let's just say she's sleeping.
I do.
Or she's resting. You get up at 8 o'clock. You come back in the house at 8 o'clock, yelling around the house. Now she got to get up for sleep. What you do for every cause, there's a reaction. So what you're doing is being inconsiderate, right? So if you tell me you're gonna be somewhere at 9 and you don't come till 10:30, I'm pissed because you don't care about my time the way you care about your time because you wasn't late to the gym.
Yes, I
So the
was.
real issue is you.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, he late to the
Yeah.
gym
But
too.
okay,
Next,
yeah,
we
y'all
talking
fucked up.
about intentions. We still ain't get one yet. We talking about intentions. We still ain't get one yet.
Okay.
But it's
Maul
subject
got
to
a point
bill.
right here, though, Cherie.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hold on. First of all, it's not, I can't never get a word out without we having an in-between preach about what's what. Like, I can't even get a
This
word
is a
out because
deploy. This is
he
a
want to
deploy.
tell me what he don't
This is
do
a
and what he
deploy.
this and what he don't there. Like
This
I
is a deploy. You getting away
you
from
said
what you got to
what?
say.
As I said, every day when you gotta request in. So, but it's not just with time. Again, when he's doing certain things, like I said, if somebody asks him to do something, he's not taking me into consideration of, oh, let me see what's going on with my wife. Or even with occasions like our anniversary and birthday, like he was talking about. He don't take that into consideration, considering the type of person that he is. He waits till the last minute for everything. So it's like, damn, you ain't intentionally had me on your
personal.
mind.
If you see that this is a pattern, this is the area that I need to get better in, it don't have nothing to do with me. Like, you taking it personal as if it's something towards you. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
You can join.
Hey, Chad.
Let's be clear. I'm not going
up?
back and forth with nobody, and that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. So if you don't agree, you better keep it to yourself.
Here's the thing. Listening to both of y'all, I think that I don't think that it's you going to the gym and you coming in the house late. I think that she's trying to tell you to just take her into consideration. Like when you make decisions. That's just like last week when we was talking about, when I was speaking about me and my husband, I was saying like how I was feeling, and you was like, well, Bria, maybe that's his way of showing you X, Y, and Z. So like she's telling you what she wants and what she needs. It's not like about y'all going back and forth as to who's late for the gym and who's right or wrong. It's just she's just saying, just remember her in certain things that you do. Include her in certain things that you do. I feel like y'all going back and forth and like y'all miscommunicating about like what's really important in the topic and what your situation is that, yeah, Maul, you get up and go to the gym, but just leave the gym 10 minutes early so you can come in the house and help me.
Right.
Take me into consideration. You get what I'm saying?
No.
So like when you make plans to do something like something, take me into consideration. So I had to learn. So like this weekend, I'm away without my husband. Like we in Aruba right now. I'm away without my husband. A lot of things I had to take into consideration. So like I want to go out on Friday because kids still continue to celebrate her birthday on Friday. So I gotta ease in. Hey, she want to, go to dinner on Friday, X, Y, and Z. Do you want to come? Include him too. But if he say no, that's cool too. You get what I'm saying? But it ain't
That's
like
what you really want.
I'm away for the 4 days and I'm coming back and I'm still trying to have a hot girl summer. No, I'm going to include him too. But if you don't want to come, then I'm just trying to run it by you and we're gonna get the kids situated X, Y, and Z. But he would probably look at it differently if I just came back into the city and I'm still running around with my friends and not taking what he got to do into consideration. That's all she's saying. So like, yeah, you can go to the gym. Yeah, you can even be late for the gym, but cut your workout 10 minutes early because take her into consideration for y'all got to get your kids up early in the morning. You get what I'm saying? That's all she asking for. You know what I mean?
I respect
happy
that.
wife, happy life, y'all.
This is ultimately this is a trauma
I respect
response.
And you know what's funny? It's funny because like this is the other thing too.
He ain't laughed once.
It's funny because just on how you present it can make a difference in how somebody receive it.
Oh,
for whatever
my
reason,
God.
you know what I'm saying? How you put it out there, it was cool. I can respect that. You know what I mean?
More
how
politics
you put
is
it out
for
there,
you.
I can respect it. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely always trying to, you know what I'm saying, better myself. And if my wife, you know what I'm saying, wants me to improve in a certain area, then I have to consider it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to consider it. It's a challenge. Certain things that she might require from me is a challenge. It's like a work in progress. It's not something that's always going to, turn around overnight. It's a work in progress. But I do value, you know what I'm saying, the needs of my wife at the end of the day. So, I mean,
So what about the beginning of the day? You worry about the end of the day. What about before you go to the gym?
At the end of the day, you know what I mean? before the street lights come on, you know what I'm saying, I definitely, I definitely do take that in consideration. It's only right though. And I get it. Like the other day, you know what I'm saying, we was ripping around. I came home late or whatever, and I was sorry. I was like, damn, I didn't even mean to come home at that time, and I just apologized. Like, I thought, like,
so
it was a
so let's,
gym, you know what I mean? So,
let's be clear about something you said, right? You said, like, the reason why you are self-loving of yourself is a trauma response. You said this before, that you poured so much into other people that you didn't get back what you thought you should have. So now you focusing 100% on you because you were a giver.
Never said that.
You did.
I never said that.
Oh my gosh! Can I get an amen or amen or amen or something, whatever religion? You did said that.
No. How you putting it out there? You doing Tyler Perry on me. We're not going to do that route. You're trying to typecast me because you said now.
Are you an April Turk?
Yourself. I never said 100% into myself about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you did. You said because you are a giver and you've been giving so much to people.
100% gives the perception that hold on.
They saying that. I mean, you said it. You definitely
gives the
said
perception.
it.
I never said 100%. That's A. B. 100% gives the perception that I have no other percentage left to care about nobody the fuck else. You got to rephrase that. You got to rephrase it.
Okay.
I'm not going for it.
You said it.
You said it.
Come on, man. Like, what are we doing? We really trying to get better, and you out here capping.
Nah, I never said 100% about myself. No, I never did.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, yo, this is how you found self-love.
What you mean? This is how I found self-love? I always love myself.
Oh my gosh! What in the? Hey, yo, what is we doing
Y'all
here?
motherfuckers be trying to act like y'all discover somebody's deepest, darkest moments. Nigga, I always love myself. But what I said was, I had to make sure I was a priority.
You loved yourself 25%
You know
back then. Now you grew it to 100%. Now, what are we talking about? You now trying to be so literal. Like,
no, I
just
want to be clear. No, I want.
No, you don't have to be clear.
It's not just being literal. It's about being clear, because how you put it out there was as if it's all about me, and it's not. But
I never said that. That's how you felt, because there is some indiscretion amongst you.
No, but I never said 100%. That's a fact. I never said that specifically. Just rephrase it.
We're having a debate about a good point, because I said 100% and you didn't say 100% specifically. That's what we doing.
Listen, you can't give perception, because it's just going to lead to whatever the outcome you want people to understand. I'm telling you, I never said 100%, because that's not the case. Myself is a priority, but I do make sure that I love everybody else that's in my family. So that wouldn't be 100%. It can't be 100%.
If that makes you feel better to make people believe that you're not selfish and you love other people, then okay, you got it. All right. It don't matter about the percentage. What I'm saying,
it does to me.
Okay, well, it matters to you. It's your priority that I say that. But what I'm saying is, what you said was.
Hold on, Bert. I'm gonna bump. What's the name out for a second? Not you, Chad.
I thought you could have.
Brad.
What he said was that he wanted to focus on himself.
Yo, they got all these words: gaslighting, deflecting. Y'all
listen. More because he's a giver, and he gave so much that he decided that he wanted to focus on himself, which is exactly what your wife is saying she's feeling now. So from the perspective of what you were going through, you got to understand how she feels.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is, you said, hey girl, how you doing? All right. What you said was that you were a giver. And since you were a giver, now you started to focus on yourself, because nobody's going to love you more than you love yourself. And the fact that you are doing this now, you understand it. This is exactly what your wife is feeling now from the opposing part of where you were. And if it doesn't make sense to you right now, it's your fault, because you're talking 20 minutes about 100%, and I might have forgot my point.
No, I mean, I see what you're saying. You know what I mean? I see what you're saying. I don't, you know what I mean? That's why I said everybody got to love themselves, baby. If we all do that, then we all gonna feel good. We all gonna be happy. Nobody's responsible for
this
your
is crazy.
happiness.
Because I really want to believe that you're joking right now. Like, I really want to believe you to bit.
I'm just saying.
But Mom, you not listening. You not listening. You taking everything. You taking everything like, I guess, like it's an attack.
It's a little stat.
You taking everything like.
Ew, you Black using the bathroom?
Sorry. No, Mom, you taking everything.
That that's black in the toilet.
Oh, that's black.
Yes.
So, Mom, you taking everything.
Come on with the noise in the background,
You
Chad.
taking everything like it's an attack. We not attacking you. You gotta listen. You have to listen. And don't try to blame the lady was right about the gym. Leave a little early, but he got to get on time for him to get to leave. He got to get on time, not 6:20. Get there at 6, and you be done by 7. Go get them kids. Boom, drop them right off to school by 8:30.
Drop them off at school.
It's hot down here too. It ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
But Ma, you gotta listen though.
What I gotta listen to?
You.
What I gotta listen to?
What? Sheree, your wife. What she saying? She not against you.
I heard what she said.
Now,
I think it's this.
Hold
I
on.
wrote
Yeah,
that.
I know her better than all y'all. Hold on. I know her better than all y'all.
See, you're not listening again.
So listen. Hold on.
No,
I know her, and I'm gonna listen. Hold on. I'm about to listen. I'm about to listen.
When you gotta set yourself up to listen, and you ain't a good listener.
I'm about to listen. But I'm just saying, I know my wife better than all y'all, and she know me better than all y'all. The whole thing is, you know what I mean? When she's saying some of this stuff, this is stuff that we have that we working on or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't have to change anything in terms of, you know what I'm saying, like with myself. I'm happy with how I'm treating myself.
No.
In terms of
Wait.
with treating my wife, that's something that I'm working on.
But the key word, Ma, the key word is
you say
I.
Right.
This is how I want to treat her. This is how I want to take her to Miami instead of where she wants to go. I want to do this. No. What about what she wants? It's okay for her. It's okay for her to want certain things and for you to give her what she wants. It might not be what you want to give her, but it's okay. Just like you want certain things that she might not want, but she do it because she know you likes it. She know you love it or you like it.
But that's what I'm gonna say. She will get me.
No. Can you take? No, can you take in what they're saying?
Give it to me.
Can you take in what they're saying first before you reflect?
Because I respond. Hold on. Because I respond, don't mean I didn't take in what was said. I mean, would y'all need a prompt?
But the way you respond shows that you didn't listen. You started to deflect again.
I didn't get anything out. You stopped me. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, you know what I mean? It's times where she get me stuff that I don't ask for, that I don't want. But she would never know it because I'm going to be appreciative, period. That's why I'm letting y'all know it's about perception.
Let me say this.
That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
It's probably something I'm doing that she should be appreciated for.
Right, but I'm not even talking about getting gifts and things like that. I'm saying like this, from this live alone, right?
Fact.
Cherie said a whole 10 minutes of something on how she feels, what she wants, how her perception of how she's receiving you is whatever. And when she finished talking, she was not acknowledged nor addressed. That right there in itself is an issue because you feel unheard or misunderstood. Like she said, it goes in one ear and out the other. So it's not about changing everything. And we can't be a people that says, I ain't changing nothing, because change is inevitable. We're always changing. You don't want to be the same as you was 6 months ago. You don't want the same relationship you had 6 months ago. You want it to progress. You want to grow in yourself. You want your relationship to grow. So what I'm saying is, so, okay, and how before you said, well, I show my love this way, right? But people grow up differently. People have trauma. People have different triggers and everything. So the way you show it is not saying that you're doing it wrong. However, her way of receiving it and her purview and her perception of what she's telling you she needs may be the way that you need to show it so that she receives it properly. We can't love a person the way we feel the love is. We got to love them how they need to be loved.
No,
That's what
listen,
I'm saying. That's what I got
I
from
completely
what
understand
he
it.
was saying.
So no, I completely understand where you're coming from with that. And I've mentioned this in other lives where hold up, it's some background, but listen, I completely, I completely understand
Mute
where you're
your
coming
background.
from, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, we should be loving people how we want to love them, and then we should also love people how they want to be loved, right? So by us being together for 13 years, and I spoke about this before, you know, it's times where, you know what I mean, and in this situation, in terms of communication, like she got that, like that's something that, you know what I mean, that I'm completely cool with, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like what she was saying, like just be more mindful and kind of communicate, you know, stuff you're doing. But what I've had in the past, and this is where I have to temper things, because I'm also a thinker, you know what I mean, and you know, I study people, I study my wife. Like I've been in a position where I've given her something that she asked for, you know what I mean, and I still didn't see the look of happiness on her face. So
But it may take
hold on,
time. It
hold
may
on, let me
take
finish.
time.
No. This let me say what I got to say.
Okay.
See, what happens is, you know what I'm saying, if you've done something for somebody that they've asked for on multiple occasions, and take us out of the equation for a second. At what point do you start doing things your way if you're doing things somebody's way that they want you to do and they're still not showing, you know what I'm saying, happiness? And take us out of the equation.
Because you
Is
gotta
there
think
ever
of
a
it
point?
like this. I gave an example to my wife, right? I said it's kind of like, okay, you have parents, right?
I
And
did ask a
say
question, but go ahead.
oh well, I'm giving you the same energy you gave, but you know. But look, no. So I gave the example of, all right, you have the parents, whatever. The dad's a workaholic, but he provides. He does I don't know, he pays all the bill and he buys the kids a whole bunch of stuff,
Got
right?
you.
And then he's wondering why this kid still ain't happy. The kid's love is, instead of all those gifts that the dad give and paying all of this, that kid would rather have his dad show up. That's how the kid will feel loved and not have the resentment and everything like that. But the dad can be like, no, I did love him. The way I showed it, I bought him gifts. I bought him everything he wanted. Everything he wanted, he had. But the dad is not seeing the kid, in order to feel the love that he needs and wants, that he's expressing, is fuck all them gifts. I need you to show up. I need you there. I need you present.
So if you
So
present,
that's the
so this
same
is what I'm
kind of
talking about.
example that
This
I'm
is what
talking
I
about.
got you. I got that part. I took it to the next step. And that's why, yeah, I mean, I was looking for an answer. My thing is, hold up, I got you. I'm gonna use your analogy. I'm gonna use your analogy. I'm gonna use your analogy. So
no, you
what?
said your question was, what if you did it and you didn't see the happiness, right? So I'll say
Yeah.
it like this.
So if that same parent, you know, as opposed to giving the gifts or whatever the case may be, showed up, you know what I mean, and that parent went through whatever he had to go through to make sure he showed up, went through hell or hot water, whatever, to make sure he showed up, and then that same child still showed a lack of appreciation. So at what point then? So what happens then? You just keep on doing what they ask you to do, even though they're not showing happiness.
I can tell you why.
Okay.
You know why? Because check this out. Say we're gonna use it as parents, so it don't get too heated with the relationship, or let's be grown and use the relationship shit. If Cherie has to constantly over and over and over and over say the same thing over and over and over, and then you do it, the first couple of times you do it, it's gonna feel like, oh, he did it because I said something. So the happiness that you're looking for, the instant gratifications, not gonna be there. Where you're gonna get the gratification and the pat on your back and the whoa, good job, is when it's consistent and I don't have to fuss about it, or I don't have to keep putting it in your ear. But if somebody's been begging for that for so long and then you do it, you can't automatically expect them to be like, oh my God,
I don't understand that. I mean,
so happy now.
I don't understand
like they're
it like
happy,
that.
but no.
So
I understand exactly what she's saying.
I understand what she's saying, but what I'm saying is, if you want to train something, you don't do it when you want to. You don't do it over time. And let's just say she's training me and I'm a dog. If I finally sit down, if a dog, and let's just say I'll be the dog, I'll be the example. if you try to
Wait,
get your
Mo,
dog to sit
Mo,
down
listen,
and the
listen,
dog
Mo, wait.
finally sit down, you gonna say, "Oh, I ain't gonna give you a treat this time because you
No,
all
no,
this
no,
whole other
no,
time
no.
I was trying to tell you to
No,
sit
I
Mo,
down
may
and
not
sit
give
listen.
you
down,
a dog
so you ain't gonna
biscuit
get a
because
treat
I had to
until
ask
2 or
a
3
lot of
times."
time out. But my thing is, you shouldn't do it because it's like, okay, now she should be happy and shut the hell up now. No,
No,
you
who
should do
said
it
that?
consistently. You should be aware and understand, like, damn, this all I gotta do and she'll be happy consistently. This is all the fuck
So
I gotta
Mo,
do
I
is
feel
get to
like
these
No.
kids on time.
so listen,
Cool.
I feel like I understand what she's saying 100% because like I said last week, me and you had this conversation when I said my husband went out and bought that $110,000 car and I was like, I didn't want that.
Right.
Remember I said that?
Mm-hmm.
And but you said that was his way of showing me love. So I feel like because remember I said I bitch and complain about him not showing what do I complain about you again? Him not showing me
just like romantic.
yeah, like romantic. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
him not being romantic. Right. So I bitch and complain about that. So you was like, well, maybe him doing X, Y, Z is showing you X, Y, Z, but once again, that's not how I'm telling him I need to be loved. That's one point. The second point I feel like she's saying, I mean, and I agree with wholeheartedly because I just feel like if finally you understand what Cherie is saying, finally, let's just say you wake up next week and you understand what she's saying, because it takes y'all a minute to process it and then y'all start acting on it. So
Okay.
so finally, so when my husband took me to dinner, or no, yeah, we went to dinner in Baltimore. I didn't really know how to perceive it because it's like, are you doing it because I'm bitching and complaining, or are you doing it because this is really what you want to do?
But
You know
why
what I
does that
mean?
You
matter?
have
So
yeah, you kind
so
look, you
That's
kind
listen.
of have
that's
the
what I don't
fear.
understand.
So
Why
listen,
does it
Mom.
matter?
Have the
Wait,
fear to get you
wait.
excited.
Listen, it do matter. You know why it matter? Because I want you because I don't
That's
want you to do
petty.
something that you don't want to do. I want you to be you, but I want you to include me into your everyday. You
But
know
it
what I'm
might
saying? Like
hold
I don't
up.
want you to
It
do it
might not
because I'm
ever
bitching
be.
and complaining.
It might not ever be him, but he's just doing it because that's something that you want. I feel like that's really petty because you gonna say, I ask somebody for something and they give it to me, but now I have a problem with the intentions of them giving it to me. Are you just
No,
giving
no,
it to
it's
me
not a
because you want
problem.
to, or you
It's
giving it
not
to me
a
because I said so?
problem.
Like that's
No,
petty.
it's not a
Don't
problem.
nobody
You're
got time for that.
perceiving it as a problem because I'm not
Keep
showing
on
you the
taking y'all
excitement
mix
that
through that and
you
see how
want
that
me to
work out.
have. No, hold on, time out. It's not a problem, but you're perceiving it as a problem because you're thinking like, okay, if I do this because she's been saying it, she should be jumping up for joy and being so happy.
Doing backflips.
Yeah.
She may be happy, but she don't have to jump off the ground because that's your perception. Her perception is, oh my God, I'm really happy he did this. I hope that he keeps it up because
Keeps it up.
I'm a little
Exactly.
nervous that he's not going to do it again or he just did it because I said so. Am I happy about it? Absolutely.
Well,
But the same way you said, your way of showing things, her way of being happy in that moment may be being quiet. Maybe
in the
not saying
moment.
anything.
no,
Maybe
no,
taking it in.
no.
It could be. You never
You
know.
You know,
can't say
hold
you
up.
don't, Mo,
Hold up.
because it's somebody's perception.
Your mate's happy. Look, hold up for a second. Hold up. Yeah. Why y'all keep on making excuses for stuff that don't make sense? Listen,
I'm not
hold
making
up.
It's not
I'm
an
gonna tell you
excuse.
why.
saying,
Hold up. Listen what I'm saying.
just
I'm gonna tell you why I said it don't make
perception.
sense. I'm gonna tell you why I said it don't make sense. For one, you mean to tell me, like for me, anything that my wife does for me, I'm gonna appreciate it. Period. Because
I'm not saying it's not appreciated.
I got you. I'm gonna appreciate it. Period. I'm really going to appreciate if she does something that I've always asked for or something like that. I'm really going to appreciate. I know my wife happy faces. You're not going to tell me this is her way of being happy and she going to be sad. No, I know it because she'll make a phone call somebody, hey girl. But then when I just gave you something, you got the sad look and I'm supposed to say that means it's happy. We're not going to do that. You're supposed to be appreciative anyway, even if it's something that no. Because what happens is if you don't have these things, then you'll be asking for them. It's about appreciation. And yes, it's about at times it is about not being appreciative of things and showing it. Like, what's wrong with that? I don't understand it.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. What I'm saying is the same way you said, that could be your way of showing this.
I know her way of showing it is what I'm saying.
Her way of showing.
You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, I do.
We're having a conversation. The
Yeah,
same
You
I
want
way
her
did.
to be
you
like
can't.
you, Mo, and she not.
The
No,
same way
I
you
know.
can't
No,
be
I
like
know
her.
her happy face is what I'm trying to. Her happy face ain't my happy face. But what I'm trying to tell y'all, and you be,
Right.
it don't even make sense for you to think that somebody been with somebody for 13 years and don't know their happy face.
I
It don't
didn't
have to
think
be
that. I
mine.
never said
But
that.
if you're not
I
showing me
never said that
your
at all.
happy face, then I'm like, damn.
But
All
I
right,
never
come on
said
now.
that I think that because y'all been together, nothing. I'm not going off of any of that. I'm
Can
going off of
Cherie
what
talk?
your
Let
wife
Cherie
said on
talk.
this live, and I was trying to make sense of it on this live from what your wife said. I'm not going off of because y'all been together and blah. Y'all could have been together 2 weeks. Who gives a shit? What I'm saying is she said that this. The same way we were on Cherie, like, no, Maul may not show it to you like that, Cherie. And I wrote, Maul, I said, well, Cherie, you're saying this, but have you been specific of what you specifically want from Maul? That way he understands.
Right.
The same way when she said something, I got on Cherie.
No.
So it ain't no different
I
because
got
it's all
you.
love for both of y'all. But
For
you're
sure,
making
for
points
sure.
that I didn't say at all. I never came at you or attacked you. I'm just
No.
saying that
Cherie,
I'm
what you got to
giving
say,
you
Cherie?
asked the question, so I was giving the answer.
Listen, I'm passionate. I'm
Ma,
passionate about this conversation. This
let
is a
Cherie
great
say what she
conversation,
gotta
so it ain't
say.
nothing personal. Go ahead, Cherie.
Go
My
ahead,
fault.
Cherie.
Come on, Cherie.
Go ahead, Cherie.
Bring it home.
Bring it around. Wrap it up. Let me know if I'm wrong, Cherie. If she's wrong,
It ain't no
let us
right and
know
wrong. I
if
respect
you.
everything y'all
I mean,
saying.
not wrong, but
Yeah.
if you agree.
Mom,
Yeah.
let her talk.
Go ahead.
Go
Yep.
ahead, Cherie. Cause we didn't hear you. We didn't hear you in an hour. Go
Come
ahead.
on, Cherie.
So, not yet. Yeah, this is crazy. No, this is really, really good. No, but I mean, you not being attacked though, Jamal. But honestly, you know what I'm saying that they're trying to explain to you is that you don't understand, like, okay, so just like they said, yeah, I might buy you things or do certain things for you and you want to appreciate it regardless. But at the same time, you don't never have to say anything to me. You don't never have to be like, oh, Cherie, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. I feel like you don't listen to me. So I feel like you don't listen to me because when it comes to certain situations, like, it never gets accomplished for you because I feel like you don't listen. If you listen more, you will be able to accomplish more. But because you'll feel like this is what I want to do and this is how I show my love, and there's nothing wrong with that because I do certain things for you that I want to do for you because I love you, but I do listen to you. The things I do for you is because I listen to you. Like, I know you through and throughout. Like, I don't feel like you know me like that. You know what I mean? It's not intentional, like you don't love me or you don't care for me less or anything like that. I just feel like you don't listen. You do things that's important to you. You're not doing things that's important to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for you, like I said, when I do things for you or I'm thinking about certain things, I'm always taking you into consideration, down to our business, down to everyday life. That's what I mean. Like, it don't have to necessarily be materialistic things. That's why I feel like, you know, I'm just like, I'm the brains of the operation because at the end of the day, I'm always taking you into consideration. I'm taking whatever you love to do, what you like to do, what you want to do into consideration when I'm doing stuff. But I don't feel like it's the same. You know what I mean? It's always about.
So I hear what you're saying, and I agree on everything you're saying. What I would say, and this is one of the points that I'm trying to make too, is that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of this is about perception. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting in 1,000% to you and to our family, just like you putting in 1,000%. The difference is, honestly, I just appreciate more. And so for me, my journey with this is more abundant because I appreciate the little things, the big things, the things I want, the things I don't want. So it's all good to me. When your perception is, you know, what else could be done, when your perception is this could have been done more, you're always going to feel like somebody's not listening. You're always going to overlook some of the small things that I do. I do a lot of things. I'm not even going to put them out. That ain't even really my style. You know what I mean? But the reality of it is, you wouldn't be here with somebody that doesn't match your energy in different ways. Now with women, and this is a good thing and a bad thing at times, women will push you to be a better man. So that means they're going to constantly be demanding, which I respect. But at the same time, it can work in reverse, because sometimes women don't appreciate what's already been done. You know what I mean? And that can make them feel at times.
That's what she's saying.
I
don't think
I
that
see what
she
you're saying.
She appreciates what you're doing. She appreciates everything about you, because I mean, we've had conversations and she say it to us. It's not about what you are doing.
Yeah, it's about what I'm not doing.
She needs you to do what you're not doing. So it's not about what you are doing.
But this is what I'm saying. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. It's a lot of things that I could say that I want Cherie to do. Honestly. It's a fact. So, no, hold on for a second. Sometimes, for whatever reason, I don't know why women think they're so. I don't know why women walk around as if everything they do is perfect and right. It's a lot of things. I can match. I can match and say a ton of things that Cherie could be doing differently. But I'm not
you're not listening.
We're not going to do it.
Everything she's doing is enough.
No, we're not going to
listening.
deflect.
You're
not
not
going to deflect. We're not going to deflect.
I don't even know what that means. Give me the definition, please. Everybody got these big words. I need y'all to know what y'all talking about.
It ain't no woman against man. We're not talking about woman against man. We're
Yes,
talking
we are.
about how what your wife is saying to you. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about nobody.
Listen,
no,
we have to put it in terms. We have to put it in certain terms because we all relate to it. It's not just about us.
Can I say something?
It's not just about us. We good. We've been together for 13 years. We're gonna be together for another 13 years. We good. It ain't just about us. It's about everybody getting understanding.
It's cool, but your wife is saying after being in it 13 years, she's unhappy. She said that today online. And what we're trying to get you to see is you're not doing everything wrong. No. Because if you were doing everything wrong, you wouldn't be married, right? You're not doing everything wrong. But there is some tweaks that need to happen that you need to hear and just adjust a little bit. You're not doing nothing wrong. You're taking it as she's saying, you're like, if she says, hey, I'm not happy, you're not listening to me, the first thing you say is, I could say a whole bunch of stuff that you're not listening to. That's like a defense mechanism, and that's not healthy.
No, it's a fact. You need to look at things differently. When you're being negative, you're going to look at everything that you feel like needs to be done, as opposed to appreciating what is done.
Hey, Ma, this doesn't have anything to do with male versus female or anything like this. But I just want to let you know and make you understand some of your habits. Your wife, me, these nice two beautiful young ladies, Bree, will say something to you. This is the first thing you say. You say, I'll agree with 100% of what you're saying. And then go, but this, that, and the third when she's not saying that. What you believe is impressive is not impressive to her. What is your wife's love language? Do you know? Because I told you this before. If you buy your wife a $110,000 car and her love language isn't receiving gifts, it's not going to hit the way you think because this is impressive to you. The dreams that you've had on your bunk bed to do for a woman is not what she needs as your wife. Regardless, you've been with your wife 13 years. And what people, just because y'all together 13 years don't mean y'all going to be together another 13 years based upon just love. Sometimes love isn't enough. Your wife is speaking to you. You're not listening. So the thing that you got to understand is, and this is what I tell my wife all of the time. If I got an issue with you and I'm bringing it to your attention, don't tell me about 5 or 6 issues you got with me because you didn't bring it up till I brought up what I had to bring up. Your wife is telling you today, she's saying you are not listening. She's not saying you're a bad person. Because she wouldn't be with you. But we all need to make tweaks. But you have to make the tweaks that she needs because your wife on here said she's unhappy. You have to be happy for yourself. It's not your responsibility to make her happy. She's unhappy with you.
Well, guess what? Listen, hold up. I'm happy with me, and she should be happy for her. But this is what I will say.
Here we
This
go.
is scary.
Listen. So let's start there. Let's start there. Let's start there.
This is narcissism, bro. This is really narcissism.
Listen, when I tell you I'm the happiest I've been in a long time with myself, I'm excited. I want her to join in with the excitement with me. I can't wait. Look, I can't wait till she gets happy about her. I'm happy about me.
No. I'm gonna be honest. The reason why this goes this way, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The reason why this is going this way, because Cherie, you laughing. This is really serious, and I know you really feel a way about this. You cannot allow
It ain't
him
gonna
to say
matter.
these things and laugh about it.
Listen, she knows what it is. You know what I mean? She knows her
Well,
husband
man,
loves
you're
her.
a great guy. You're a
She know-
loving God, but it's
she
some
knows.
things you gotta
Listen,
change.
no. She knows her husband loves her, and she knows at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
She
She's
did.
pushing in the right direction. I'm just not
Right.
gonna take
Oh,
certain things
but
so
she
severe.
didn't say that.
It's a marathon.
Say you
It's
don't
not
love
a
her.
sprint.
She know you love her.
Yeah,
She said you
it's
don't listen
okay.
to
So
her.
if you know I love
She
you.
said you don't listen to her. She never
Okay.
said nothing about my husband treat me like pure D shit. He's the worst person in the fucking world.
So what's the problem
She
then?
didn't say that.
Because Maul is
She said
perfect,
that
y'all.
you don't
So
Y'all
what's
have
the
to say Maul
hold
perfect.
up. So what's the problem then? If you
We've been
just
telling you the
if
problem
just
for an
said-
hour.
Hold up.
We've been telling you the problem for an hour,
First of all, I just said I totally get what you're saying in
Look,
terms
now
of
you made
communication.
my damn wife leave.
Hold up,
See?
look, yeah, get out of there. Look, first of all, I said I'm gonna get. I said with the communication, I get it. I definitely am going to continue to work on that. But in terms of, you know what I mean, y'all just said, hey, she's not saying you the worst in the world. She's not saying she don't love you. But then
Right.
what are we talking about? I'm not. My goal
But
is
Maul,
not.
We're talking
my
about
goal is not to
active
be
listening.
perfect. No.
It's
My
not.
goal.
You're not
No, we're
listening.
talking
My
about
goal is not to be
active
perfect.
listening.
My
Her
wife.
issue is not. But this is the issue, Maul.
What's
Her
that?
issue is not communication. You just made that
Her
up.
That's what she
issue
said.
is active listening.
That's where it came
Her
from.
issue is not
Her
communication.
issue is everybody's talking for her. She said communication. That's the first thing she said earlier. Right
She
or wrong?
spoke for herself for 30 minutes and nobody acknowledged her. What do you mean? She
what?
spoke for herself for 30 minutes
You
and
said
you
she
did
what?
not acknowledge
She did
or
what for
address
herself?
what she said.
She did what for herself?
She spoke for herself. She spoke for herself for 20 to 30 minutes and you did not acknowledge or address anything that she said. It was all
So if
deflected.
she spoke for 20, 30 minutes, that
taken
means
as
I
an
listened.
attack.
No,
So
you didn't. Because
debunk that. So we can.
what's your
debunk
wife's
that.
love
Lord.
language?
I listened.
What's your wife's love language?
Capricorn. Next question.
And see,
But
and
you
again,
making jokes and
just
she's
like Black
serious,
said,
man.
You laugh at it, so it's gonna continue. You think it's
She's
funny?
serious, man. Yo, I'm really waiting for him to say at the end of this live, y'all. All right, I was just joking.
No.
Y'all was just playing.
No.
I just want that because, like, this is serious. Like,
No.
she's really serious.
It's serious
Yo,
to
she's
y'all.
only 4 seconds away from crying.
It's serious to y'all. But
Oh, to us.
Facts,
She's not. That's the problem.
yeah, it's serious to
So,
y'all.
all right, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you an honest question, Maul.
What's that?
If you are in a room with 20 people,
Mhm.
how many of those people got to disagree with you for you to look at yourself and say, maybe I am tripping. Maybe I need to take a certain perspective because it's 1, 2, 3. It's 4 of us on here and you ready to put your back against the wall and fight. And I'm going to ask you this question. I'm not being funny or none of that. I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
We grown.
This is
and I don't
this is
mean
the second
nothing
question, but
about
go
it.
ahead.
Do you have short man complex?
No.
I'm asking because you really are very defensive about certain things that, like,
I just
we
don't
all
have it.
literally on here trying to help.
I just don't have it, man. You got to try something else. You know what I mean? Like I'm just honestly I'm not, I don't. You know what I mean? The thing is you know what I mean? The person in the mirror. You know what I mean? And it depends on who I'm getting advice from. You know what I'm saying? And this is more so like you know, we having communication, but this isn't like a lock-in. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though, you know, we having like a heart-to-heart. So some of this is I'm definitely taking in because it's real, like it's legit that she's saying. But I mean, some of it is a lot of people, you know, just having their opinions. But you got to realize you can't have. It's hard for me to value an opinion when it's based on like a small caption of, you know what I mean, a larger picture. You know what I mean? When you have 12 or 13 years of experience with a person, you have a much larger range of understanding of the totality of the situation. Which you guys are getting like snippets and tidbits, which is cool.
Well, the only thing that we're having an opinion on is what
Your wife said.
Yeah, that's fine.
Said out of her mouth
Keyword
tonight.
opinion.
Nobody's making an assumption or
But
judgment.
It's not an
on
opinion
your
about how
experience
she
at
feels.
all.
Opinion.
Nobody's
It's not an
making a
opinion about how
judgment
she
on your
feels.
It's an
13
opinion
years
about
of
how you feel like
marriage.
I should take how she feels. That's an opinion.
No. We're
No,
saying
we're
exactly,
saying
what she said. I don't feel how you should take it. You should take it however you want to because you're married to her and she has to deal with it. What I'm just saying is I was trying to better explain because she said it and nobody addressed her. So I was trying to explain exactly what she was saying or give an analogy or maybe something the way if you hear it a different way, you can get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging your relationship, your marriage, or anything. I'm not making an opinion on it or judgment on it. You
Somebody
know how
said
I feel
something real
about y'all.
strong.
I love y'all.
Oh, well,
But all I was saying
look,
was
you know the
talking
love is
about
right
what
back.
she
That ain't even in
said.
question. The love ain't even in question
Yeah,
when it comes to us. But
yeah.
somebody said,
I was just saying what
two people
she
can go through
said
the same.
today.
Somebody said, and this is a good one. Two people can go through the same experience.
It's a good one because
and
I agree with you.
have two completely different outlooks on it, and that's very true.
Absolutely.
And that's all I'm saying when it comes to.
Absolutely.
And this is the beauty.
But the end result of that, what you just said, two people like in a relationship can experience that relationship two different ways.
Yes.
So in order for those people to maintain that relationship, they're going to have to communicate and listen to each other to understand how this person perceives it and how this person perceives it, and how they both can equally come together, compromise, and make it work.
Yeah.
Yo, so the thing is, Mal, you said
Agreed.
this before, and I said this to you on live before. We base our relationships basically on good or bad from what we experience in our life. Yeah. If I ain't beating on you or I ain't cheating on you, the relationship is good. What we talking about? But as we get older and we realize in these relationships that it's a little bit more work that we didn't see growing up. You see your mom and dad together, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but you don't see the communication of the deep dive work that they do inside the relationship for us to be better. We're doing comparing and contrasting based upon what we've seen as traumatic. And the fact that you come home every night, the fact that she know who you are and that you're married and that your kids see y'all kiss, that might be good enough for you. But what the thing is, you got to figure out what's good enough for her. Mm-hmm. And she's been telling you that, and you just don't. It's not an opinion. It's a fact how she feels. And you have a pre-existing determination in your head of how she is or how she is. You might think, oh, yeah, she just saying this because y'all on here. You might think she's frauding. But this lady has been clear. Her words have never changed. She never said nothing different. All she's saying is just listen to me a little bit more.
Listen, one thing you said, you know what I mean?
That's it.
You know what I mean? Who's ready for the butt? One thing you said.
Whoa, what we talking about?
Let me start this over again. I agree with you 100%. But listen, this is the thing, man. You know what I mean? Feelings aren't facts. First of all, feelings aren't facts. Feelings are not facts. And the reason why I say that is because, you know what I mean? Again, I've been there and tried to accommodate. See, we're looking at this in a vacuum. And
No.
You cut me off. Hold on. I got you. We're looking at this in a vacuum as if, you know what I mean, certain things haven't been, you know what I mean, tried, you know, back and forth, whatever the case may be, tweaked, things like that. Like I said, you know, sometimes people can have feelings about something and then get what they asked for and realize that's not it. What I'm saying is I'm not going to chase my tail. You know what I mean? I'm not chasing my tail when somebody else is unhappy. What I realize is it's about them finding happiness in the situation that we have. And like you said, yes, if it's not abusive, if I ain't ripping and running, if I ain't ignoring this and the third, then listen, at the end of the day, find happiness. Find it. That's what I challenge. Hold up. Everybody that's unhappy, I challenge you to find happiness. Because
do you think that bullet wounds hurt?
Happy.
Do you think that do everybody on here? Do they?
Because I can find unhappiness. You can find unhappiness or happiness. It's up to you, and that's what I'm trying to explain.
So,
Mal, do you think a bullet hurts?
That's rhetorical. Next question.
No, it's not rhetorical. I'm asking you. Do you believe? Just your opinion. Just an opinion. Do you believe that a bullet hurts?
Come on, man. Get to your point. I'm not answering.
Okay. No, listen. So let me ask you. If I punch you and it hurt hard enough, are you gonna say ouch?
Where are we going with this?
I'm answering the question. Yes or no, and I'll get to it.
No, just say it. We're not gonna keep doing this.
Feelings are valid. If I punch you, it hurts. So there will be a reaction to it. It has nothing to do with an opinion. If
I'm talking about emotions. I didn't talk about a physical.
Okay,
hit.
so
I think we all know that.
I think we all know that. That's not fact.
It's a yes. This is the interesting part about it. It can be a fact or it can not be a fact.
No,
it depends on how you perceive it.
No,
it ain't. How many people y'all know is just negative and everything they want to be negative about?
I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe, man. That's my time. Showtime at the Apollo, man.
You can't be negative. Listen,
when we watch
no, it's not negative. If that's how she feels, why would her feelings be considered negative? Her feelings, actually, listen, she's telling you how she feels because If she's feeling away, that's both of you guys' problem. So that's
I want to
both of
watch
you
this
guys
live
that
with
have
you
to
after
fix.
this is over.
You
When
know
it's
what I'm
over, I
saying?
want to sit down with you and watch it.
I see what
sorry.
you're saying. I completely see what you're saying. But like I said, we have to take accountability for our own happiness. And as a team, we need to be finding something to be appreciative about. Yeah, we may
Okay, so I
not
have
have
a
the
question. So I have a
$120,000
very good
car,
question.
but we have a house over.
All right.
Like we gotta go back to the basics
I
sometimes,
have
guys.
a very good question.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask this, and then we're out.
We
Let me
gotta
ask this, and then
go
we're
back
out.
to the basics,
All
y'all.
right. Look, let me ask this. So, what do you suggest? What would be your opinion? Cherie does to find her own happiness when she says that you don't listen to her. What should she do?
Get a journal.
All right, yo, I'm out, yo. This is my time.
Good night.
I was being an asshole. I was being an
Cherie,
asshole.
get you a goddamn journal because he ain't gonna listen, bro.
Cherie,
He just told you. So.
No, I was
Cherie,
being an asshole. But
we
listen, at the end of the day, if my wife wants me to, you know what I mean, increase like on the communication, everything, I'm definitely on it.
She
like,
didn't say communication. She said increase on the active listening. She never said communication. You speak very well.
She
but
did
what
say
she's
that too,
saying
though.
is you
Y'all
don't
turned it
listen,
around
and
to
you
active
just told
listening.
her get a journal.
But y'all turned around to active listening. This was about intentions. So if intentions are about actions.
But she says you're not intentional with her because you don't listen. I didn't turn
She
it
said
around
communication.
I went
That's
off of what she said.
No, I'm just saying. Everybody's speaking for her. But what she initially said was.
She spoke for herself.
I know. And I'm going to tell you what she said. I'm going to tell you what she said. She said, consider me when you're doing stuff. She said, consider me when you're doing stuff.
Cherie,
she said you don't listen to her.
Cherie,
you didn't hear what she said?
That's what she mean. You didn't listen.
Cherie, did you say that? Or am I?
Yeah, she said it.
I was just...
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I said listening. I said because you're not listening. Because even when I said I listen to you on a consistent basis, like I don't feel like you listen.
I know I ain't
I did say that.
No, but like I said, initially we done got to this point.
Here this nigga go with the butt.
We got to this point. But initially she said when he's doing stuff to consider me. Because we talked about intentions. Intentions are actions. So the action was if you're doing something with other people and y'all chimed in on it because she was like, hey, sometimes guys, you know what I mean? They'll just say yes to something and not even check in with your wife, whatever. Not saying we got to check in all the time.
I didn't chime in on that part.
But that's what it was about, though. We done got
active
here.
Listening is also an action. To actively listen to somebody to understand and not respond is an action.
But that's not what she said, though. At first, that's all I'm saying.
Let me tell you. Listen, let me tell you because I'm guilty too. I'm you know, if this was me and Aisha on this side, on your side,
you would be saying the same thing.
She would be saying the same shit. What problems do you have with Jay?
She don't listen.
She don't fucking listen. And I'm telling you right now, me, I ain't gonna lie. She right. She could tell me, no, for real talk. And I'll be like, you right. I always say that, you know, I gotta work. I have to work on it. Like she'll say something to me literally, and I'll be like, oh, which you
She'll ask me the same exact question. I'll be like, you don't listen.
Yeah, because I really have a problem with not listening to her.
Right.
And that's a problem in our relationship.
And it doesn't make her a bad person. I don't think she doesn't love me. I'm not all of those things that you brought up. I'm not saying that. But one of the issues is active listening. It ain't about, like, I know the guy said, oh, emotion and logical. I'm very logical. I'm a logistician. But if I say, for me, I can care less how much money you spend on me, what gifts you buy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love it to death. However, when I told you that this was important to me and I really like this and this, and you can't repeat that back to me because you don't listen, that's a problem for me.
And it's a big problem in our relationship.
Listen.
I don't give a fuck if I pull back in a Maybach like Buddha shit.
Thank you. But what did I say?
But that's the part I have a problem with.
She's still gonna be like.
But see, that's the difference. That's the difference.
She can say a whole sentence to me. I pull up in a fucking Maybach like, happy birthday, boo, I got you this. Yeah, but what did I say?
But see, that's my point. Now, Jay, listen to me with this one. That's my whole point. The difference is if she pull up in a Maybach, you know what I mean? she ain't got to listen to shit I said. We out.
No,
so what I'm saying,
materialistic shit.
no. Hear me out. It's not about that. I'm not
Gifts
going that route.
cool,
What I'm saying
but I'd rather you listen to me so we can progress. We can get gifts all day.
But listen, Ma, I know if I pulled up in the Maybach and say, boo, I bought you this car. I know that'll put it. She gonna be hyped, excited, blah blah blah, right? But say, all right, we parked the fucking car. We done with the car. Blah 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 blah.
And I have an important thing that's going on.
And she has an important thing.
Don't remember.
And she's saying something to me.
Don't listen.
And I still not listening. That's still gonna be a fucking problem. It don't
but
matter.
This what I'm saying. People will continue to find problems. Yes, as soon as hold on. As soon as you start listening, she gonna have something else to have a problem with you about.
Not at all.
No,
at all.
No, because
it was something else before with us. It was something else before it was listening. It's always gonna be something.
I'm
gonna get to it when I get to it. Like it may take time for certain things, but other things like I'm not gonna be chasing.
Get to it when you get to it. Y'all got 13 years.
Ma, you
can't. It was other things though. I thought I would have been done by now. I done knocked out about 12 things.
I bet you didn't knock out listening because she said she wants you to listen.
It's gonna be something else. I mean, I'll get
back to the father that buys everything, but the kid wants them there. If you bought your kids everything, but he really wanted you at that football game and you never went to any football game, he don't give a damn about all them Jordans you bought when he gets older. He gonna be like, my dad bought me a lot of stuff, but he was never there. And that's what hurts me the most. And you got to understand that some things you can't get back. It could be 13 years all day. But if she's been like, damn, he hasn't listened to me in 7, you can't get those 7 back. So today at 13, you got 13, 50 more years together. Listen and keep going.
Yeah, Jamal.
Listen, it's definitely a journey.
Whoever got her talking about intentions, but he must have missed the part where Cherie said she's not happy.
But sir, nobody's taking nothing away from Jamal. Jamal is a very good man.
Period.
Point fucking blank. Because if he wasn't, I wouldn't even be fucking training that nigga. Period. Point blank. He wouldn't even be in.
You know we love Jamal.
For sure.
Ain't nobody saying Jamal is not a good man. We praise you and talk about Maul all the time. He probably one of the best fucking male clients I ever had. Period. Point blank. I talk about him all the time. But that's not what we talking about, how good of a man he is. We know you a good man. We know you a great father. We know you a great supporter. You one of the most positive motherfuckers I know. Shit. I be wanting to talk to you. Please, Jamal, just tell me something positive, because I'm going fucking crazy.
Right.
We're not taking nothing away from that. From you at all. You are a great man. You work your ass off. Shit. In anything that you do. But at the end of the day, you have a wife that supports you, that does a lot of shit that we know, behind the scenes shit that motherfuckers don't see, that she do for you. So you can be happy, so you can build and become the best whatever you can be. But at the end of the day, she got that one little tweak that she needs, and she just needs you to listen. Even if you listen a little bit more than you did last year.
Damn her getting a journal. You get a journal. She say some shit, you write it
Listen.
down.
And that's some real shit. You might need to talk to somebody to show you or to teach you how to fucking listen. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I swear to God, I'm getting a therapist because I don't want my relationship. I don't want to fucking listen. I'm gonna go talk to a therapist. Like, this is the problem in my relationship. I don't fucking listen. So can you help me and give me some tools on how the fuck I could be a better listener so our relationship can be better? Not perfect, but a little better. Because this is what my mate is saying that I don't give her. That's it.
Okay, so like,
don't say but.
I agree with y'all 100%. But
Cherie, we love you. We about to go to bed.
Listen. I definitely appreciate that. But what y'all not getting, what y'all not listening to, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, is that, you know what I'm saying, we definitely do have to be more appreciative of what we do have. If you naming, hold on for a second. If we naming 1,000 things that this man is doing or this woman is doing. Let's just say again with Cherie. She does a trillion things behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, on top, on the bottom, this and the third. It's a couple things that I may have or feel like I want her to do differently or whatever the case may be. That's not going to take away from the fact that I appreciate all what she's doing. If she come,
but it's not taken away from the fact that she appreciates you.
If my toast is darker than I particularly like it, I'm not going to be complaining about it because she got this whole smorgasbord of a breakfast.
Listen,
I'm not complaining about
that burnt toast up.
That's what I'm saying. So eat my burnt toast is all I'm saying. I got all the other breakfast. Eat my burnt toast. That's all I'm saying.
She never took that away from you. She appreciates everything about you. Like I said, there's one tweak that she needs you to do. You're so defensive about it. It's not even a big deal. It's actually pretty simple. I tell her all the time, it's pretty simple. It's just, hey, what did you hear me say? Yup, you got it. Thank you. I'm more appreciative of what you just heard. I appreciate everything you do. She appreciates everything you do. She talk about it all the time. But what she wants is that one tweak. And it's not about you wanting anything or what you appreciate. Because your appreciation is different than what her appreciation is. Your perception is different. There's some people in relationships and one of them walking around like, yeah, my wife, she loves everything. Relationship is great. And you talk to the wife and she like, I'm about to leave this motherfucker. I know everything's crap. Like straight up. But he walking around because he's feeling good that everything's great. Or she's walking around, she feeling good. And he over here like, I don't even want to be with her.
No, listen, I respect
you know what I'm saying?
But again, what I'm trying to tell y'all is that it's all about perception. That's, you know what I'm saying? You could be,
exactly
y'all might not. So it's some people that's in here like, dang, you know what I'm saying? He not, you know what I'm saying, listening or whatever the case may be. And they might be in a situation where, in all reality, they would love to be in a situation where they had somebody that was still, you know what I'm saying, riding with them. So what I'm saying is it's about. But
it ain't about our opinions. It's about your wife's feelings and what she
But
said.
I'm talking about her and whoever else. What happens is you have to, if it comes down to perception, you can really be looking at a good thing and looking at it in the wrong way. And I said this before, it's a lot of females that, you know what I mean, may have looked at a guy and judged him earlier, whatever the case may be. He not the type I want. I'm not feeling him or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And then later on be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I really let something good go because my perception at the time was off. So what happens is, like you said, well, hold up. That same girl that you said is like, the nigga, he happy. He like, yeah, oh, my relationship, my situation is beautiful. And the wife like, oh, I'm about to divorce him. Ask her how she feel about that divorce, you know what I'm saying, years from now when she realized, damn, that nigga was like, it don't get much better than that. Y'all looking for stuff at times that is not even realistic. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, understand? No. It is realistic. Like, what Cherie's asking for is very realistic.
Yeah, I said I can rock with that.
To her is very realistic. So we're not even talking about the relationships of what you want at that time. You keep saying 13 years, right? Mm-hmm. She's been with you 13 years, just like you've been with her 13 years.
Correct.
And of her being at a standpoint right now, 13 years in, she's saying her husband of 13 years, she wants him to listen more. Not that you've never listened in your whole life. Not that you're terrible. Not that she don't appreciate you. She's saying at where we are 13 years in, I need a little more from him. Because we'll have conversations like, hey, you know, because I want to know, am I falling off a little bit? Like shit I was doing in the beginning, am I not doing it? We need to have those hard conversations. Feelings may get hurt, but like I said, whatever, if it's her problem, it's our problem. If it's my problem, it's our problem. We both got to be on the same page. So if I'm falling off, I'm not taking you out like I was in the beginning. She needs to tell me. You used to take me out a lot. What's you falling off a little bit? I need to know this. You know what I mean? We've been together 6 years, but we got to think individually. We're still growing, right? Mm-hmm. So we're learning ourselves as we grow. So that means your partner got to relearn you constantly as well, because you're relearning yourself. You're not the same person you was a year ago. We both retired from our jobs. I'm a different person being a retired person than I was when I was working. So I'm relearning how to live this civilian life. She's relearning how to live this civilian life. Now we have to learn how to do it together. The adjustments we got to make separately, How do we make those adjustments together and make it work for us? That comes with compromise. That comes with constant communication, hard conversations that we may not want to have, but we have to, and the fun shit. You know what I mean? That comes with still dating each other. That comes with listening to each other. That comes with, if you're unhappy with something that I'm doing, I don't give a shit if it's going to hurt my feelings. Tell me. I can cry about it and we're going to figure out how we're going to work it out. Same. Because if we're going to be on the same team, she can't tell me something and I be defensive like, well, no, you did this. Remember all this shit I did from you? So what? Because that's what we're going to do for each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop doing it. I don't give a shit if you make me mad tomorrow. If I'm bringing you flowers every motherfucking Tuesday, you know next Tuesday you going to get these goddamn flowers still. I don't care if you pissed me off last week because you said I'm not doing something right. Tell me how do I do it right? How do I do it right? Because maybe I'm thinking I'm doing it right, but it's all fucked up. So if you tell me and teach me how to love you, then we can get better and grow. I'm not above reproach. So that's how you got to take it. If she say I'm not listening to something, it might be something she telling me that I don't give a shit about. She'll talk about new shoes and a basketball game. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But let me hear about this game and who got the ball and dribbling and what's his name? Number 30. I'll learn it real quick because that's what's important to you. I talk about crafting and glitter all day. She probably don't give a damn about no glitter. Don't do that. But she will be in motherfucking Michael's like, they got the new chunky pink shit that you like. Me, yeah, bring me that. And I'm happy at the 99-cent glitter because she actually listened and seen that was important to me at that moment.
No, that makes sense. I definitely agree with you 100%.
Don't you say that. We're done. Cherie, we love you. Maul, we love you. Maul, don't be late for training because I don't want to hear about it.
Hold up. Nigga.
Be on time.
On fucking time tomorrow.
Where we at?
You heard Cherie.
We at the crib?
The kids gotta go to school. So be on time. Cause if you on time, you gonna be on time, pulling up. Cherie gonna be happy. Come on, let's
and Cherie, you better do a damn backflip and be on time in this bitch.
Cherie, you better do a backflip.
I'm gonna listen.
When you come back.
All right, listen.
Hold on.
This is what we gonna do.
And keep it
This is what we gonna do. I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna be on time to the gym early. And I'm gonna be back to the house early. Next week, I'm gonna tell y'all what type of response I got from Cherie.
No,
right?
no, we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say it. Just do it. We're not gonna say it.
That's what I'm gonna do.
We're not gonna say it. Just do it.
It's just a social experiment. It's just a social experiment. That's all. It's just a little experiment. It's a little experiment.
Just do it. But I want you to do it consistently. Don't just do it one day or 2 days. Because guess what? She ain't gonna believe this shit. She not gonna believe it.
You gotta take one step at a time. That's back to appreciation.
We just talked about it. So he probably only gonna do it for 2 days. Then he going right back to his regular.
And then you're gonna be pissed.
Cause I'm gonna say the same thing. Oh, Maul here for a couple of days. He gonna be late the next day.
Maul, don't be late.
No.
If you late, it make my workout late.
That's what I'm gonna say. But if you, Maul, if you on my end, this nigga did. He did 30 straight days.
And if he do 30 days, Cherie, you better pop it on a handstand. I don't know. That's the best we can do.
Okay.
That's the best we can do.
Okay, we got you 30 days. 30 days, Cherie, and him coming back on time. We got you 30 days. So you gotta do something. If he give you 30 days, you gotta give him something. You gotta do something.
Okay. I like
you better
go
learn a pole dance or something.
I like where we going with this.
Let's get it.
Listen.
I mean, it's so simple. Your life will be so much easier. It just listen and execute. Listen, execute.
Listen,
that's
people. I listen. I appreciate everything. You know what I mean, that y'all saying, and at the end of the day, you know what I mean. This is some great conversation. I just want to give it up to everybody that chimed in to support us with any type of kind words, showing love, hopping on a live, sharing your experiences. Like, we are work in progress, y'all. None of us on here is perfect. We all trying to work through, you know what I'm saying, our relationships and our lives and who we are, man. So I really appreciate the support from everybody, man. I honestly do.
Guess what, Mom?
What?
I'm going to pay for Aisha to make you a shirt, and guess what it's going to say?
I listen.
Listen.
I'm
Fuck
not
that. Look. Fuck gorilla season. Listen season, baby.
making that shit
Hold
tomorrow.
This is
Hold
gorilla
up, Ma.
season.
I'm gonna get her to make me one too, cause I gotta work on that shit.
Let's get it.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you right then. Me
You
and
get
you in the
you
same.
gotta get your joint on. I wear mine when you wear yours. Listen,
All right,
thank you for
Y'all both gonna have
everybody.
y'all shirts tomorrow.
Yes.
Ma. We gonna be in there with the push-ups and all that.
Let's get it.
We got.
Yeah, we got people that's challenging us with push-ups and all that. Well, my guy, John T. Bryce, trying to challenge us with 50 push-ups. We do 50
And
push-ups and not
Cherie,
sleep.
I'll look for the pole class and sign
Yes,
you up. Mo, I
yes.
have faith in
Thank
you.
you, thank
I
you,
have faith
thank
in
you,
you.
Ish. Look for
Be
that.
on
Look
time
for that.
tomorrow.
Look for that pole class, cause somebody gonna be,
Go to-
you mean, on the headstand. You mean?
I know
Listen,
a pole class, Cherie.
there you
we
go.
got you.
But
Go
he
ahead.
got 30 days. He got to give you 30 days, Cherie.
I got that. They ain't about nothing. Let's get it. I'm listening,
It
y'all.
starts
Listen, I'm a
tomorrow.
changed man,
So if
y'all.
anybody
Listen,
missed
I'm
this
a
live,
changed man. I'm listening. You heard me?
Jamal,
Huh? Listen,
stop talking.
I appreciate all y'all
Thank you.
support.
Hey, he ain't even
100%.
listen now. It starts
Listen,
tomorrow.
I agree with everything y'all
It starts
said.
tomorrow, Cherie. He ain't gonna listen tonight. He'll listen tomorrow.
I appreciate everybody coming on. And if anybody missed this live tonight, it will be on our YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. That's the Davises and Friends. I appreciate everybody that came on tonight. A new topic will be posted up. Like again, I said, if you missed this live tonight, it will be posted on our YouTube channel. That's the Davises and Friends.
Don't be
the link
posting
is in
no
the bio.
no topics
All
that's
right.
gonna get me fighting.
But
No, the next topic is gonna be a good one. We actually gonna do the definition of friends, which is the definition of family, friends or blood.
Oh, we
That's
on
gonna be
that
the next
one. I got
topic
some.
for next
We
week.
on.
And if you missed this one, if you missed this live tonight, it will be posted on our YouTube channel tomorrow.
let's get it.
That's the Davises and Friends, and the link is
All right,
in my bio.
6 a.m.,
Everybody
baby.
coming on
I'm a
tonight.
changed man.
Catch you later.
But
6 o'clock tomorrow, Mom. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
I don't know how to hang up.
Oh, you got it.